Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Bakersfield College Renegade Football. We are here in the splendid, supreme, sublime, serene Mission Viejo, California. We are on the campus of Mission Viejo High School, where your Bakersfield College Renegades, right here on Bakersfield.com, will be taking on Saddleback at the 2018 Patriotic Bowl, the California Community College Bowl Game Series Championship. What a pleasure to have everybody listening to us and watching this tonight. I'm Vance Palm, joined as always by my partner Kenny Calvin. What a special evening to finish off the 2018 season for your Renegades here in this beautiful setting down in Orange County. This is the home of USC quarterback Mark Sanchez. The head coach of this high school program is Rob Johnson Sr., the father of Rob Johnson, the USC quarterback and NFL quarterback. And now let's bring in our superstar, Kenny Calvin. Kenny, good to see you.
Good to see you as always, VP. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Looking forward to a fun night tonight. The medicine man, John Metis, to our left from the Bakersfield, California. Our director-producer, Diana, is here. Christian on camera. Christian, slow down. You got all night to eat. You have all, and they've got us a big spread here as well. Great to have everybody here with us tonight. And Kenny, let's go back 7 nights ago. Our final game of the season, we were at the #1 College of the Canyons, and we were up 10 at the half, and it was a festive spirit up there on top of the press box. And then at the halftime, somebody said something to the College of the Canyon Cougars, and they came out and went wild in the second half. #1 team in the state for a reason, but a valiant effort for the Renegades, but we ran up against a chainsaw called the Canyon Cougars. Your thoughts on a week ago?
We definitely let an opportunity slip away. But one of the things Coach talked about, we had opportunities in the first half that didn't come in the second half, getting those 2 turnovers in their territory, 2 gifts basically, then turning the ball over ourselves in the second half right after we created the turnover, basically took away momentum, and football's a game of momentum. You definitely don't want to give the momentum back to a powerful team like Canyons. They took advantage of the opportunities that we didn't take advantage of.
A night like we had last week had some sparks of brightness, though. Again, we get to see that strong arm of our quarterback, Jacob Irby, and we also have another opportunity to see our talented running backs doing what they do. We have a great, great future ahead of us here at Bakersfield College, but we had a great first half. Second half got away from us, but we saw a lot there. And as we wrap up our regular season last week, we had some thoughts from you at the post game that we kind of talked about, and I agree, a bright, bright future for the Renegades. Before we get into tonight's game, how about a quick snapshot of the 2018 season and your thoughts?
This season was about character, finding out how to get through the tough times of quarterback issues. I definitely felt like the team fought back hard enough to deserve a shot to be in a postseason game. You know, it's definitely tough to go into a Golden West College game where we don't come away with those red zone opportunities. That game probably was the telltale of our season, just thinking about how we let those opportunities slip away. And then we come out after the bye, focus, get 2 to 3 in a row, playing good football, defense playing at a high level, Jacob Irby finding his rhythm. But ultimately, the game that we needed was the game last week, and we were almost there, you know, and definitely showed promise and got better every week, as Coach Chudy said.
Speaking of Coach Chudy, what better segue could we have? I watched the Renegade Report and listened to you and Coach Chudy talk. Why don't you share with our audience your discussion you have with Coach Chudy this week?
The beautiful thing about getting Coach Chudy to do an interview is that he doesn't love interviews. Everybody knows
There's not
Coach.
a lot of head coaches that do.
You know, they have better things to do. They're always looking to prepare. But being one of Coach Chudy's former players, former coaches, we have a respect for each other that's unmatched. You know, we definitely get an opportunity to spill each other's brains or spill brains to each other as far as thinking about what we could have done better. He talked about exactly what I just talked about, not taking advantage of opportunities offensively, the defense playing as well as anybody expected them and exceeding that expectation, and just how excited he was about his 2 captains, Elisha Ortiz and Cam Roberson. He basically just talked about how much he could depend on those guys and how fun it was to coach those guys through the process. and how many opportunities they had even before this season started, and still having the character to come out and lead by example every game.
Speaking of Elijah Ortiz, word is that he will not be in action this evening, banged up, not playing tonight. I hear that from our source that you will be interviewing in the next segment. The medicine man, John Meadows from the Bakersfield Californian, just informed me that Elijah is not going to be playing this evening. Tonight's game, Saddleback hosting the Renegades. It was first announced that we would be hosting them at Memorial Stadium, and then quickly, within a few hours, I had a text from our athletic director, Sandy Taylor, saying, you know what, they're going to be able to have it at Mission Viejo High School, so we're going to have it down here. They started off losing their first 2 games this season, and then the Gauchos battled back to win 6 of the next 7 to get bowl eligible. They climbed into the state's top rankings. And these 2 teams, 50 years, they've both been in existence. They've only met 4 times. I've called 1 or 2 of them.
I coached 2.
And they have come away with the Saddleback Gauchos getting the win. And this is going to be a big, big game tonight. Saddleback 6-4, 4-1, finished second place in the SCFA. And the Renegades 6-4, 3-2, finished third. As we mentioned before, we're up at 10 at halftime to make it a 3-way tie for first place had they pulled that off. Saddleback enters with the number 24 scoring offense in the state. They average 31.7 per game. The Renegades have really kind of hitched their horse to the saddle of Elijah Ortiz all year long. We've also had some other great plays by Cam Roberson. We've also had some great defense, as we know. Simpkins, which, by the way, we'll get to our halftime guest a little bit later in the evening. But what I'm looking for is, I believe, a very, very close football game tonight, Kenny. 2 well-matched teams.
Well, with Ortiz being out of the game, it gives the other guys the opportunity that have been begging for it to showcase what they can do, and it's actually like an open stage. You know, you have these opportunities that happen all the time in entertainment. The night you called about or sent the message about the game switch from Memorial Stadium and the Saddleback, I was in the middle of a concert series. And sometimes artists aren't ready to perform, and you have to put other artists on stage. Tonight is a showcase example of that as well.
Isaiah Martin is going to get a lot of action tonight. How about Bishop Maxwell? The last 2 or 3 games, we've seen Bishop Maxwell in there getting some reps as well. Let's talk quickly about our defense, though. No changes in our defense. Our defense is staunch as ever. We expect them tonight to be pressured by a very, very talented offense in Saddleback. Every year they have a perennial quarterback that makes big, big plays. So I'm looking for our defense tonight to make some statements early.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, and it's going to be a challenge because their quarterback, who's definitely a phenomenal passer, is also their leading rusher. And they have 3 other backs who have about 300 yards apiece as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how our defense matches up with a guy that's probably the most dynamic quarterback we've seen. And we've seen some pretty good quarterbacks over the past few weeks.
Saddleback started off with loss to Canyon, loss to Ventura. Then they beat Pasadena City. They beat Moore Park, lost to Mount San Antonio. Then they run off wins against Southwestern, Orange Coast, Golden West, Grossmont. Tough loss last week at Riverside. So the Renegades, we started our season off with a tough loss at Mount Sac. Then we beat El Camino, beat Santa Monica. Then, as you mentioned, the dagger loss at Golden West. We lose 11-13. We beat Orange Coast, and after the bye, we come out, tough loss to Ventura. Then we beat Long Beach, beat East LA, beat Moore Park, and then that tough loss to Canyon. So that wraps up both of those seasons. And for those of you listening in on our radio partner, News Talk 1180 KERN 96.1 FM, Saddleback wears the all-black jerseys with the gold numbers, and they have the gold helmets with the G. And that's for Gauchos, but it looks very much like a Green Bay Packer helmet. And the Renegades tonight, nobody on the field, but they're going to be in the all-white. So looking forward to a big night tonight. Coming up in a minute or so, we will bring back from the Bakersfield, Californian, John Meadows. The medicine man will step in with Kenny, and they will give their opinions about tonight's game. Kickoff is going to be at 5 o'clock, and it's a beautiful night in Southern California. What a stadium. Going to be a ton of fun. When we come back, it'll be Kenny Calvin and John Meadows from the Bakersfield, California, and they will do an abbreviated Renegade report for us here on Bakersfield.com. Looking forward to some Postseason Bowl football, the 2018 Patriotic Bowl, brought to you by the California Community College Bowl Game Series Championships. Back in a minute with Kenny and John.
It's November, and the early bird gets the savings. Freeway Chevrolet has the early bird savings you're searching for without the holiday hassle. We're serving up savings on the 2018 Chevy Cruze, priced under $16,000. Who can pass up the 2018 Chevy Malibu for only $19,749? Gobble up over $12,000 in savings on a 2018 Silverado. Whichever one you choose them at Freeway Chevrolet. Selection, savings, and service. Freeway Chevrolet, your hometown dealership.
If you call Kern County home, then you can bank with Kern Schools Federal Credit Union. From savings and checking accounts to the latest in online and mobile technology, Kern Schools is here to be your lifelong financial partner. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
Every day the headlines ring out about another data breach or some new cyber threat. In today's high-tech business world, a lack of network and data security can cause catastrophic problems. The solution is so simple: Grapevine MSP Technology Services. Grapevine MSP is Bakersfield's leading provider of managed IT services. IT consulting, data backup, disaster recovery, cloud services, computer repair, and Mitel phone systems. Grapevine MSP has the fastest service response times in the Valley, and they understand that downtime costs your business money.
It's hard to think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
If you call Kern County home, then you can bank with Kern Schools Federal Credit Union. It's that simple. From savings and checking accounts to home and auto loans to the latest in online and mobile technology, Kern Schools is here to be your lifelong financial partner. And whether you like traditional banking or prefer to handle your finances online, we can meet all your needs. To open your Kern Schools account today, simply visit a branch or go online. With online account opening, you won't even have to come visit us. Just one more way Kern Schools is here to make your life easier so your dreams and goals become reality. Kern Schools. Together, we have something special.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
Welcome back to the BC Renegade pregame show with Kenny Calvin and John Mettis. John, we had a little bit of time to spend this week at the Renegade Report. You know, we basically only get about 5 hours a week together. This week we got about 10 to 8 to 10. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, Kenny. You know, last game of the season, it's kind of the finale for everything. You know, last time for us to see them, for us to kind of talk about the football team. You know, it's the culmination of one season, so it's an exciting game.
Exciting game. Definitely a blow to hear that Elisha Ortiz isn't playing. Any news on the injuries?
Well, I mean, unless he decides to just sit out warm-ups and suit up in the locker room right now, he's not going to be playing. I knew he had gotten hurt last week, and Coach Chudy kind of mentioned it a little bit when he was talking about Cam and Elijah on the Renegade Report with you. He was saying, you know, hopefully those guys are able to go, and Cameron Roberson was out there warming up and all that, so I mean he should be fine. And but Elijah was out there in street clothes, so I'm assuming he's not going to be playing today, and which is, you know, a loss when he's arguably the best player on the team and the unarguable focal point of the offense when he's running the ball, you know, up to 41 times per game. But on the bright side, in terms of injuries, Josh Medina had said a few weeks ago, you know, I'll be back for the bowl game. I'll be back for the bowl game, and well, he was out there for warm-ups. He was suited up. He was running around, testing that hamstring. He was throwing some passes. Your guess is as good as mine in terms of who will be the starting quarterback. But, you know, what was Irby last week? 5 for 22 or something like that. So, I mean, otherwise I would have said, you know, you don't pull the guy that's been your starter for the last 3 weeks. But we'll see, you know, especially when you're losing one of your biggest pieces of the offense. Irby probably can do more if you're just throwing the ball. Medina maybe can just manage the offense better, so we'll see. But I'd be surprised if we didn't see both quarterbacks at some point.
Maybe Irby, maybe Medina. You're absolutely right and took the words right out of my mouth. I think I'm going to see both of them if Medina's out there actually throwing. and he actually gave us the best opportunity to win before he went down in that Golden West College game. So fast forward, end of the year. It's been a huge year. You get to write about all of these guys. Let's try to do a quick season wrap-up position by position, and we'll jump past quarterbacks because we just talked about that. Running backs, Elisha Ortiz is out. Talk about some of the backup running backs to get a shot today.
Well, Isaiah Martin, I mean, I don't know if I want to say hoping, but I've been expecting him to get more opportunities. And, today's the day for him, I assume. You'll probably see Shane Jones back at running back again, too, but he was strictly with the wide receivers during warm-up, so maybe not. But, Isaiah, he's a change of pace in terms of, his difference to Elijah Ortiz. Elijah will get outside, beat to the edge on those kind of zone run schemes where Isaiah's going to go up the middle and he's going to take on the linebacker and probably run him over and keep going and, maybe pick up 6 or 7 yards. And that's when he's had his most success this season. It's in some games where, it's an Ortiz run for a 2-yard loss, Ortiz run for 1-yard gain, and then you bring in Isaiah and he comes up and, hits you in the mouth and gets 5 or 6 yards. But the struggle has been when they try to do the exact same thing that they do with Elijah with Isaiah Martin, because he doesn't have the speed. He's really not going to beat any linebackers around the edge. So, you really want to see him kind of hit the holes in the middle. And, maybe he won't get 25 yards, but he'll probably get you 4 or 5 yards each carry.
All right, so fast forward to the receiving core. Frustrating year for the receiving core from my standards of watching us as a team, even though I played on some teams that never threw the ball.
Yeah.
We don't live in that age anymore. Now it's important to be able to move the ball downfield. Didn't have that huge opportunity to do that. Receiving core, who do you want to highlight outside of the ever so dominant Cam Roberson?
Well, I mean, Cam, we talk about Cam a lot. We talk about Shane a lot. Cam should get the ball more than he has, and Shane should definitely have gotten more touches this season than he got. And that was a point that head coach Jeff Chudy kept making, before the season started, the first week, the second week. But then it just kind of, once he got moved out to receiver, he's only getting 2 or 3 passes thrown to him, probably only getting 1 or 2 catches a game, which isn't enough when he's probably the most athletic guy on the team. But, it is what it is, and we'll see what happens today. But Chance Cooper has done a good job. He's made he might not be the flashiest player out there, but he's made some good catches. He had a nice touchdown catch at Memorial Stadium a few games ago. Adarian Rowell, he's sometimes actually ended up being kind of the big
weapon.
Play guy.
Yeah.
He just kind of gets lost in the middle of the field when he's running a seam and he breaks open. James Holland has made some plays. DeCarlos Frazier. We've seen more guys get into the mix. It's usually, aside from Cam, it's not like anybody else is getting
enough balls.
They're not getting consistent. One game it's this guy had 2 catches for 90 yards, or one game it's this guy had 1 catch for 70 yards. But it's never a repeated, these 3 guys are getting 4 or 5 catches a game just because they're not completing that many passes.
Absolutely. But the one receiver that did take advantage of most of his opportunities was Adarian Rowell.
Yes.
From start of the season to the end of the season, he was the one guy on that receiving core that actually continued to take advantage of his opportunities. I want to say he continued to score. He definitely had more touchdowns after the bye than before the bye.
Yeah, well, he had a touchdown last week. He had I won't even be able to count them off the top of my head.
I can't count them. I know he has a couple after the bye.
He's been a pleasant surprise for me this season. I mean, he wasn't, no offense intended, but he wasn't really on my radar coming into the year. You talk about, we talked about Cam, Shane, guys like that, Chance, because we saw him last year. LeBrevin Austin. But, yeah, Adarian Rowell's come in, and he's done a good job.
All right, so let's flip the sides of the football and talk about DBs. For me, I already know who stepped up when we had some shifts going on in the secondary. It's definitely some guys that I picked on early, as corners, just trying to motivate them in the third eye type of framework. But Justin Harrington, for me, was outstanding in the secondary. But anybody else you want to talk about who performed well?
Well, Justin Harrington always seemed to be able to find the ball when he's back there at that safety position. Probably has like 4 or 5 interceptions this year. He had 2 in one game. L.J. Early has probably been the most consistent guy, I think.
I agree.
I think he's the best defensive back on the team. Not that I'm this expert defensive back scout or anything like that, but I've been impressed with him this season. Another guy, Abiel Richards, it seemed like at the beginning of the season.
He tightened up.
It seemed like at the beginning of the season, I was always seeing him and noticing him because they were
going after him.
Yeah, they were going after him.
No nice way to say it.
And
they were going after him.
Scoring touchdowns on him, but I feel like the last few weeks, I haven't really noticed him that much, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's definitely a good thing as a DB. You don't want your name called. You don't want to be seen. And he definitely was a guy that I put a lot of pressure on early in the season, and maybe he listened to some of the broadcasts, and went back and tightened up. That extra bit of motivation got him to tighten up because we had to have him play this type of football to be able to get to the next level as a defense because everywhere else was solid. Yeah. Let's move down to the linebackers.
Well, Jalen Simpkins,
the Simpkins.
Yeah, what can't you say about that guy? He was all over the place, probably leading the team in tackles. Always seems to get either a helmet or a hand on the ball to either force a fumble or recover a fumble. I know the guys on the team give him a little bit of a tough time because of that interception he had against Golden West.
When he got ran down.
Yeah, he got ran down by a quarterback that wasn't too athletic in a game that you lost by 2 points. And maybe you wouldn't be playing here today you wouldn't be playing here today if you won that game. So, but he's done a good job. He's been solid. Mario Solario has been solid.
Definitely.
Their linebackers have done a good job. James Thomas, even he's kind of in that hybrid like linebacker defensive end guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's, you talk to head coach Jeff Chudy, and he's been a leader this entire year. Was a leader before the year even started, and he's kind of been a really consistent guy, and it seems like he's out there for almost every single play.
Well, I'll talk about my D-line surprise of the year, and that's Ricky Ling Why. Yeah, why? However you say it. He's definitely been a guy that plays with a chip on his shoulder. And in those games where those other teams tried to intimidate us in the trenches, he wasn't having it. And even though some of those games went the wrong way as far as the intensity and character and attitude on the field by some of those players, you have to have players like that on your defensive line in order to be a good football team. Someone that's tough, someone that don't mind getting dirty and bloody in the trenches. So, for me, that was definitely a highlight. And they definitely shuffled in some other guys in there and gave them some opportunities. But Ricky Lingway, the kid was a superstar and has high-level potential.
Yeah, well, Ricky, he's got a year of Division I football under his belt, and he comes back here and he shows you exactly what he learned and exactly why he was at that level. I don't think he's disappointed at all this season, and I'd probably consider him the MVP of the defense.
Ooh, that's huge, too, because he played that kind of football. So last but not least, we'll talk about offensive line. In order to be a good football team, you have to be able to run the football. Our offensive line, I want to say the Brown brothers and Sullivan, those three and Ubeda and the rest of those guys definitely push the pow. They know how to move the crowd, like my boy Eric B. and Rakim said. And they put in work till the end, from a running game standpoint. It was tough to be able to pass protect when you don't have a quarterback who's been consistent. There's going to be penalties and false starts because you're getting used to 3 different cadences and snaps and voices. But overall, game in and game out, they gave us something to be proud of on the ground.
Well, and they, at the beginning of the season, I think the whole team was trying to find their identity in the offensive line. That was part of their struggles too. You were seeing that kind of maybe spread offense, shotgun stuff. They didn't excel that much when they were switching back and forth between run block, pass block, run block, pass block.
Gotcha.
But the second half of the season, when teams knew BC was going to run at them, and they were prepared for that, the offensive line played. The first half of Canyons, the offensive line was outstanding. When Elijah Ortiz, he's a great player, but he can't run anywhere if he
there's
doesn't
no
have that
hope.
offensive line. And when he was, breaking big gains against Canyons, who, although they're not the best defense in the state, they were the #1 team and are the #1 team in the state. So when they were able to do that, I thought that was the first half was the best half of football the offensive line played all season.
All right. Well, hey, John, we're getting ready to get set. We got captains on the field and the Renegades heading towards the end zone. 4:34 remaining before kickoff. John, I want to thank you. This will be our last pregame show.
Bittersweet, Kenny.
Together. Hopefully we can get some more work done on this Renegade report.
Vance is going to cry.
Vance got us shedding tears. We'll be right back after the break.
It's November, and the early bird gets the savings. Freeway Chevrolet has the early bird savings you're searching for without the holiday hassle. We're serving up savings on the 2018 Chevy Cruze, priced under $16,000. Who can pass up the 2018 Chevy Malibu for only $19,749? Gobble up over $12,000 in savings on a 2018 Silverado. Whichever one you choose them at Three-Way Chevrolet. Selection, savings, and service. Three-Way Chevrolet, your hometown dealership.
Growth starts small, from a seed or an idea or a plan for your future. And with the right tools, the right guidance, things start to happen. At Rabobank, we know about growth because we provide banking for communities grounded in agriculture, helping people like you and communities like ours thrive with the right banking solutions. It's why at Rabobank we roll up our sleeves to go to work for you. We're Rabobank. Let's talk.
It's hard to think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College Athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
Running your business is hard work, but with the right tools and guidance, we can make it easier. At Rabobank, we deliver smart banking and lending solutions for local businesses, and we're always ready to roll up our sleeves and work for you. We're Rabobank. Let's talk.
Every day, the headlines ring out about another data breach or some new cyber threat. In today's high-tech business world, a lack of network and data security can cause catastrophic problems. The solution is so simple. Grapevine MSP Technology Services. Grapevine MSP is Bakersfield's leading provider of managed IT services. IT consulting, data backup, disaster recovery, cloud services, computer repair, and Mitel phone systems. Grapevine MSP has the fastest service response times in the Valley, and they understand that downtime costs your business money.
Buying a pre-owned vehicle from an online company can be risky, especially if the vehicle is not seen in person before the purchase. At Three-Way Chevrolet, we want you to search and compare the inventory on our website, but then come in to the dealership and test drive our vehicles. Let us take the risk out of your buying experience. Buy from the dealer you trust, and when you step up to certified pre-owned, confidence comes standard. A 172-point inspection and reconditioning along with 2 factory-backed limited warranties and roadside assistance add up to a value you can depend on, and a vehicle you can trust from Three-Way Chevrolet, your hometown dealership.
It's hard to think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College Athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
From the growers and winemakers to the tasting room staff, sales teams, and business owners, wine is an iconic image of California. At Rabobank, we know that viticulture and enology are an important part of the Golden State's business climate. They're industries in which growing businesses require a financial partner who understands the unique challenges they face every day. As one of the world's largest lenders to the wine industry, Rabobank provides local expertise, access to a global financial network, exclusive research, and educational resources. We're committed to nurturing and investing in California's wine network. We are Rabobank, driven to do more for the people and communities we serve.
Once again, everybody, welcome to the 2018 Patriotic Bowl, California Community College Bowl Game Series. Saddleback hosting your Bakersfield College Renegades. I'm Vance Palm, joined as always by Kenny Calvin, John Mettis to my left, Diana, our producer, director, and Christian on camera. The same good old crew for the Bakersfield, California, and to our listening audience on radio at News Talk 1180 KERN and 96.1 FM. Welcome. This is the California Community College Patriotic Bowl. Great to have everybody here. Saddleback hosting your Bakersfield College Renegades. Thanks to John Mettis and the Bakersfield California Pregame Show. Thank you, John. Appreciate all that you brought to the table this season. Pleasure to have you with us again next to us. And my partner, Kenny Calvin, making some last-minute notes, digging up some last-minute nuggets for this great football game between the Saddleback Gauchos and the Bakersfield College Renegades. It's going to be a fun football game, a beautiful, beautiful evening here. All the paparazzi is here from Southern California. So the Renegades in all white will be receiving, and we are underway for our season finale for the Renegades. The ball is up, and it will be taken at the 5-yard line by Shane Jones, and Shane Jones looking for some room, and he gets knocked out of bounds at about the 19-yard line. 1st and 10 Renegades. Welcome back, my partner, Kenny Calvin.
Well, first thing you said was Shane Jones. My Jones cousins are all sitting on the couch tonight after the Stockdale boys had a tough fought battle last night, but this is the last thing we have to cheer for as the Jones family, and we take off with Shane Jones opening the kickoff return. Good way to get started.
Okay.
I expect to see a lot of Shane Jones touches today. I also expect to see a lot of Cam Roberson today. But more than anything, you're going to see some of these young guys in the backfield who haven't had that many touches because of the great Elisha Ortiz not being here today. They will.
They're going to kick it over, Kenny. The penalty, offsides on the Gauchos, so they will be kicking again. Shane Jones and company and Cam Roberson will move up.
We talked about the frustrating year for the two receivers, Jones and Roberson. No fault of their own. It's tough to have a consistent year as a receiver when you have 4 quarterbacks playing. But ultimately, there are guys that took advantage of their opportunities when they had them presented.
Well, Cam had an electrifying finish, 3 run backs in the last 2 games, so love to see some of that now. We'll re-kick this. We'll restart the Patriotic Bowl, and it is up. And now it's going to be taken, oh, look at this, taken at the 8-yard line by Adarian Rowell, but he went down to get it so far that his knee hit the turf. Doggone it. I'd have loved to see Adarian take off, but be that as it may, it's actually worked out for the Gauchos so much better. It would have been the 20-yard line with the first kickoff, and now with the ball moved back for the kickoff, when Adarian went down to get it, his knee hit the turf at the 8-yard line.
Microcosm of our year, right? We start off doing well, go back down the hill. Had the bowl game supposed to be at Memorial Stadium, have to come back down here.
Boy, you and I were stoked for about an hour and a half. We were like, Memorial Stadium, Dameron Deck. And they said, no, we're down here. But, hey, Thanksgiving, the start of Thanksgiving week, and it's beautiful weather down here. And we start off with a run play to the near side. We keep it on the ground, and it's going to be Isaiah Martin with the heavy work tonight. We talk about, Elijah Ortiz carrying the ball 41 times in one of our games. I mean, you're talking about an average of more than 30 carries a game. This is a young man that carried the load for the Renegades, will not be with us tonight. Now, Jacob Irby calls in motion. Rowell right in front of him. Irby takes the snap. Quick fire over to the right side, and it is caught, and it's not a big gain, a gain of about 1. And we have Josh Medina starting tonight.
We talked about that earlier, and he hit the nail on the head. being that this may be the last Medina sighting you've seen, he gives us the best opportunity to win when you don't have Elisha Ortiz, based on the fact that he can move the football on the ground.
Well, your pregame segment with Metis, I was out taking pictures of you two. So now Medina pump fakes. He's in trouble. He gets hit hard, very hard. The whistles blow quickly. A big hit out there by Chase Bradley out of Woodbridge High School. Came in with a huge hit on Medina. And Medina goes down, and it's a quick 4th and 6. Renegades will punt deep in their own territory. And we will have our first Carson Oliva sighting. Top-ranked punter in the country.
Great kid as well.
Cannon leg.
Great young man.
Boy, do we need it now. The return men are still standing inside Renegade territory. They're at the 46 of Renegade land. Here comes Olivas.
Oh, he's roughed.
They don't call it. Olivas gets hammered to the end zone. No call. And the return gets up to about the 31-yard line. Carson Olivas still can't believe it. He's limping off. Coaches all over the officials. Carson Olivas, our world-class punter, is walking slowly over to the sidelines. Coaching staff wants an explanation. He got hammered.
You know, I think last week we had a tough ending with the officials in the second half. Some of the calls didn't go our way. I'm gonna say Metis had a good eye on it and said that the guy was blocked into him.
Who asked him? 1st and 10. Saddleback starts off in a pristine spot,
goodness.
the 32-yard line of the Renegades. Goodness. It's a pass play. They want to go to the air right away. They fire over here to the near side. It is dropped, incomplete. And the quarterback for the Gauchos, number 8, Robbie Patterson out of South Medford, Oregon. A freshman, 5'11", 200 pounds, wears number 8. And it was intended out there for Yasir Berry. Incomplete, 2nd and 10. Quick set. They go on the ground this time. It's a run play. Oh, and it's a bruising 9-yard run. And wow, it looked like Jerome Johnson. Is that right?
Yes, it is. And they go pistol set out of the trips open. And he comes with a head of steam.
Man, oh man.
Straight downhill.
3rd and 1 on the Renegades' 27-yard line. And this beautiful turf field has the Gauchos moving downhill. They go to Johnson again. He bursts through the line, and it's a first down for Saddleback up to the Renegades' 17-yard line. So a very tough start here for Bakersfield College.
Yes, indeed. But if you're watching at home and you see these super wide splits, now they're tightening them down. Usually that is basically letting you know there's going to be a run play. Now these are pretty balanced splits.
Patterson takes the handoff. RPO, hands it to Johnson. Johnson doesn't get anywhere, and he's wrapped up by Jalen Simpkins. Tell me very quickly about our halftime guest.
Well, hoping we have big Jerome Simpkins, my teammate and outside linebacker, one of the best outside linebackers I ever played with. I asked him to come in to join us to talk about the future of the young Jalen Simpkins and the other son that he has.
Sounds great. Right now, a 2nd and 11 after a 1-yard loss. Good stuff by that Renegade defense. Patterson looks to his right, then to his left, ducks out of trouble, and boy, he can move, and he gets very close to the first down and gets it. Gets up to the 8-yard line. That'll be 1st and 10, Saddleback, 1st and goal from the 8-yard line.
No surprise. He loves to run the football as a quarterback. He leads the team in rushing with 300+ on the season. He is Mr. Do Everything for Saddleback. And now Renegades
1st and goal from the 9, Kenny. Patterson, a handoff to Johnson. Johnson makes a slick move. He's still on his feet, and look at this. He bowls his way. Did he get in? No, they're going to say he's down at the 1-yard line, so it'll be 2nd and goal from the 1. Man, Jerome Johnson, 6'2", 215, out of Valhalla High School, and he is a tough load. Solario with the tackle.
You know, it's a copycat league. A lot of our offenses run the same thing. And expect to see it again. And they go ISO right up the gut.
Johnson hammers himself in there, and that's a touchdown. Saddleback, they score.
And it's just like I said, their offense is much similar to ours. Spread 4 receivers spread, ISO football, getting those wide splits with the receivers to create a better opportunity for running lanes, and that's what they do.
So with 11:02 left in this first quarter, a touchdown already, and Saddleback will go for the PAT, and they run behind. That touchdown was behind Jason Caudill, a 6'7", 310-pound offensive lineman out of Liberty High School.
How about Liberty last night?
And here's the left-footed PAT that probably traveled about 40 yards. Keep your memory bank on that one. So it's a quick 7-0 score. Saddleback up. The early goings of the first quarter here at the 2018 Patriotic Bowl. Great to have everybody here. This is the California Community College's bowl game series. And the Renegades in a hole early here. They trail by a touchdown with 11:02 to go in the first quarter. I'm Vance Palm. I've got Kenny Calvin with me. Great to have Kenny here. Standing next to me on my right, and John Mettis on my left. Diana, our director-producer, and Christian just outside the booth here. And want to thank Saddleback for their great hospitality. Looks like we're having Frito boats at halftime.
A little salsa, too.
Everything. Guacamole, salsa, cookies, tangerines from where? Delano, California. The Halos. Well, the trees could be from anywhere, but headquarters is in Delano. Those trees could be all over the western region. All right, let's get going. Let's get something going here, Renegades.
It's going to be a true test for us.
Well, we need a much, much better showing. Adarian Rao not deep this time. It's going to be Cam Roberson and Shane Jones. And Shane's going to have an opportunity. He'll take it at the 3-yard line. Shane looking for some action down here on the near side by us. Shane just basically runs out of bounds at about the 23-yard line. Smart play. Got us some decent field position to start.
Yeah, and it's just like I said, you're going to see a few players that are going to use this as an opportunity to take advantage of the film. And Shane is one of them. He's a guy that missed the whole season last year. He's a freshman. A lot to prove as far as what he's going to bring back to this team as a leader, as a sophomore next season.
The eye in the sky. Coaches, scouts, programs watching. 1st and 10. Medina has Isaiah Martin behind him. Medina takes the snap, hands to Martin. Martin gets nowhere, gobbled up for a loss of 3. It'll be 2nd and 13.
And I'm going to say this, VP, we cannot be predictable on first down when you don't have your most explosive weapon in Elisha Ortiz. And I'm not going to keep touching on that. But more than anything, we have to give the offense opportunity to extend drives by surprising the defense.
Cam Roberson splits way down here in the bottom right of your screen, left side of the line of scrimmage. They're coming after him. Medina drops back, fires quickly, and it is caught out there. A nice move by Shane Jones. Another nice move by Shane Jones. And Jones gets very close to the first down. Jones made 3 gauchos miss in a span of 1 second.
It's just like I said about 26 seconds ago. There's going to be one guy on the field that wants to keep playing, and that's Shane Jones.
They're going to say 3rd and 2, so that was pretty much Shane Jones after the catch making a big, big play. But here's 3rd and 1 at the 10-minute mark here. Austin in motion. Jones jams himself through there and picks up the first down. Nice job by Shane.
And I'm surprised that we haven't seen that much more during the season.
Right.
We went to it early. It was pretty effective. And we never went back to it again. Expect to see a lot of the Wildcat or the Renegade next season with Shane Jones.
Medina has Martin behind him. They give it to Isaiah Martin. Isaiah Martin blasts through the line for a good, strong 3-yard pickup. That's a nice run on first down.
Downhill ISO blast play out of the pistol formation for Martin. It's going to be a continued challenge for this offensive line to get to the 2nd level, get off of that D tackle and get to the next level to block that middle linebacker, because Martin isn't as fast as Ortiz. Powerful.
Cam Roberson on the left side of the line of scrimmage. Shane Jones. Gauchos look like they're bringing everybody. And Martin, big hit, big contact, and keeps running. So Isaiah Martin hammered Colton Larsavel, and those two met. And the Isaiah Martin out of Garces Memorial High School got the better of that exchange. Big hit and kept the legs moving. Well, that's nice right there.
And exactly what I just talked about happened. Eamon Sullivan was able to get to the next level and get that middle linebacker creating that hole. Great block. And great job by the offensive line.
3rd and 3. Will they go hard count? No, they don't. They go wildcat to Shane Jones. Can Shane Jones pick up the first? We hope so.
Face
he
mask.
will. How about a face mask right in front of us?
Wow.
Goodness gracious. No call.
I hope a flag came.
Yeah, a flag. Oh, okay, a flag came from way over here, out of my sight, and we saw Shane Jones' neck get twisted around, and we're assuming that's a face mask. We certainly hope so.
And that side judge was right there.
Why don't you point to your guy Metis and see what he thinks?
Well, Christian said we jinxed us last week being so hype after the first half.
Hey, we're up 10 on the #1 team in the state. We were hyped. Everybody was hyped. That was one festive environment up there on top of the announcer's booth at Canyons. And the face mask call is confirmed. So Shane had the first down anyway, and then they add on the yardage for the face mask. And here come the Renegades moving the ball down the field, and it's well inside Gaucho's territory at the 41-yard line. This beautiful campus, this beautiful field is where the USC quarterback Mark Sanchez played.
Sanchez. A nice fake.
Medina looks like he wants to throw. Fires to the far corner, has a man, and it is caught. Did he have enough room? No, he ran out of real estate. Boy, what a nice throw that was. And it was caught out there by Austin, LeBron Austin, but just ran out of space. That was nice, Kenny.
Yeah, and I'm surprised with Medina's effectiveness with the pass, because before his injury, he wasn't that crisp. We've already seen him hit a long screen and out route, and now that deep corner route, even though it was incomplete.
2nd and 10. Now it's got the Gauchos thinking about it for a second. And here comes Martin through the middle of the line. He gets stopped at the 40-yard line, and it'll be about a 1 or 2 yard gain. Nice crowd here tonight from Saddleback, well represented here in Mission Viejo. We're hearing that the Rooter bus for the Renegades should be here in about 10 minutes, and it's going to unload all the cheerleaders and about 100 fans. So looking forward to getting them here. This is a 3rd and 9 play at the Gauchos 40. 3rd and 9, they're on the near hash right here. 2 receivers on both sides. Isaiah, no, it's not Martin back there. It's a screen play, and it is a little crowded in there for Marcus Furlow, but still they were able to get 4 yards out of it. Wow, he threw that into a lot of traffic, Kenny.
Yeah, that was a scary toss.
8 bodies around there, and only 3 of them are Renegades.
It's like throwing a piece of tuna into a sea of sharks.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be a little too far for DeJager to attempt the field goal. I would have liked to have seen it here in the final game of the season, but now we'll get to see the talents of Carson Olivas and where he can place this football. Can he flop this field perfectly? We'll see.
Every snap is an audition. And right here will be an example of the coffin corner kick by one of the best punters in the conference.
It's a nice one, and he puts it up, and it's fair caught at the 11-yard line. So saw a few glimpses of hope there for the Renegades in that drive. It looked nice.
It's going to be a long evening for us if we don't figure out how to keep them off balance on early downs. However, no matter what, every play is an audition, so it gives the opportunity for the players who haven't played to come in, because coaches are going to make adjustments too. Some of these sophomores who've been playing all season, if you're not getting it done, you're getting snatched early to give guys an opportunity.
All right, 1st and 10. Saddleback starts on their own 11-yard line. They start, oh man, what a nice run play is. This is Jonathan Jefferson still on his feet, gets knocked out of bounds after the first down at the 26-yard line. So Jonathan Jefferson out of Citrus Hill, quick freshman wearing number 26, and he was hit early but just kept on rolling and picked up a big gain.
Yeah, they go ISO right up the B gap.
And they are now on the near hash, and it is him again. And this time he gets knocked out of bounds about the 31-yard line, so it's Jefferson again.
Jason Thomas not keeping contained.
Or
James Thomas, I should say.
Gain of about 4 yards. Can they bring up a second? And now they move it, about 2nd and 6 with 6:05 to go here in this first quarter.
Yeah, the running back took that 28 power and bounced it out. Got around James Thomas.
Patterson hands the ball off. Oh, big hit. Jalen Simpkins hit him so hard, his helmet popped off. What a massive hit. Jalen Simpkins brought the wood on Jonathan Jefferson, and how about that? Our main dude, Jalen Simpkins, That is one of our toughest Renegades in a long, long time. He hit the running back so hard his helmet popped off.
And he's one of those type of players that if you haven't called his name, when you finally do, you're going to know it.
And how about this? On a 3rd and 1, they're going to try to go right up the middle with it, and the big, strong offensive lineman for Saddleback took care of that. They shoved the front line of the Renegades over. These are some big, big offensive linemen. This school is a feeder school to USC. This series is tied 2-2 between the Renegades and the Gauchos. Simpkins back on quickly. After that play, he came right back in, and he stands on that near hash where the ball is close to 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line. Patterson in the shotgun. Takes the snap, wants to throw. He gets hit hard. He throws it, and it's picked off. It's intercepted. What a great pick by Justin Harrington. Another interception by Justin. Down the far side at the 50. Gets shoved out of bounds at the 44-yard line. All of that pressure by Jalen Simpkins, and he put it on Robbie Patterson quickly. Patterson had to get rid of it, overthrew it. Harrington gone with it.
And we talked about Harrington in the pregame. He knows how to find the football. Now I'll point at John Metis because something we talked about finally happened. But his ability to play the ball at the highest point, he caught that ball at the highest point with contact from the receiver. Amazing job.
Hey, Kenny, you brought this up earlier in the year when Jalen had to go off the field for one play. I can't remember what game. It was about 5 games ago, and they said, if Jalen's off the field and I'm that team, I'm going to go where he was. He comes right back on, puts the pressure on the quarterback, and causes an interception. One play, he's back in and does that much damage. 1st and 10. Renegades. It's a double reverse, and it's going to be Medina. He has a man wide open. It should be a touchdown. It's Chance Cooper. Can Cooper get in?
Yes.
Touchdown, Renegades. Boom.
A little bit of razzle-dazzle, and what did we talk about? Keeping them off balance on early downs. We go sudden change, and we go with the Wildcat double reverse that we ran against Golden West early. Amazing play, Coach Dean.
You like apples? With 4:53 to go in the first quarter, how about that? A Wildcat double reverse. Medina tosses to a wide open Chance Cooper. And touchdown Renegades. And here comes DeYager to tie this thing up. That was a beauty.
Now that's what you do in a bowl game. Bring the show.
Exactly. DeYager for the PAT. It is up, it is through, it is long. We are tied at 7. We'll take our first break here on Bakersfield.com on News Talk 1180 KERN 96.1 FM. We're tied at 7.
Kern Schools Federal Credit Union is here to be your lifelong financial partner. So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home, Kern Schools is here to help. And if you live in Kern County, then you can bank with us. See, we're local just like you, so what we accomplish together benefits our entire community. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
We're tied up at 7 here at the 2018 Patriotic Bowl here at Mission Viejo High School. The Renegades are being hosted by the Saddleback Gauchos, and what a beauty that was. From the Wildcat set, a double reverse, and Medina flings one about 45 yards right around there, Metis, to Chance Cooper.
That was a nice toss by Medina as well. That was great to see him have an opportunity.
And we're tied at 7.
Let's end with a bang.
Here's the kickoff. And
great tackle.
Nice tackle out there by
number 38, Matthew Esparza.
Was that Esparza? So Esparza makes the tackle, and with 4:49 to go in this first quarter, we're tied at 7. That's nice.
VP, we can talk about the nice razzle-dazzle play call, but as a DB, I got to give credit where credit is due. It only happens because Harrington made that play. Sudden change, great call by Coach Dean. Great defense.
Ball's right here on the near hash by us. In motion goes Johnson way out to the left. It's a quick pass out here to the near side, and it's caught by Yasir Berry. Gain about 6 yards.
And he was tackled by his own blocking offensive lineman, big number 77, Terrence Smith, 6'6", 385 out of Legacy High School in Nevada. And they go that Pistols double receiver set again against a 40 even defense. The Renegades in the single high safety, and now they drop back to 2 deep.
Patterson wants to throw again, fires out here, and again it's to Barry. Barry gets nowhere. He's wrapped up quickly. Oh, goodness, what a spot. What a spot. So first down for the Gauchos. So he went right to where he needed to be, but, man, I thought that was a generous spot. This is the home field this year for Saddleback. They played all their home games here at Mission Viejo High School as they're getting their facilities redone. So this is home turf, pardon the pun, or I should say literally. Under 4 to go here in this first quarter. We're tied at 7. Beautiful night here in SoCal.
Yeah, going a little check with me, and they go that ISO
and
right through the
they hand it to the bruising running back, Jerome Johnson, and he is a big load. When it takes all of Jalen Simpkins to bring you down, I mean 100% of Jalen Simpkins, you know you're carrying a load, and he runs like LaDainian Tomlinson. Barry wants to throw, fires another one over the middle, and that is incomplete. Right across the middle. It was intended for Bama Smith.
And that was great coverage by Jalen Simpkins. Staying inside. You know, I always talk about positioning for defensive backs or linebackers in coverage. You want to stay inside on inside routes because outside routes are harder throws. Great defense.
3rd and 2. 3rd and 2 for the Gauchos. The ball is at their 47-yard line. Patterson sends Brandon Reeves in motion right in front of him. He rolls to his left, wants to throw. Patterson throws, and it is incomplete. Intended out there for Bama Smith, so Patterson cannot find it. But here's an interesting call for head coach Mark McElroy, and it wasn't that interesting. He sends the punt team on at the 47-yard line. You never know with a team that has big, strong running backs like that if they're going to go for it or not. But 4th and 2, looks like they're going to punt. And if indeed they do punt, they're going to punt to Cam Roberson, who last week or 2 weeks ago when he got his 2nd touchdown return in the game, 3rd in 2 games, Kenny said he's an All-American candidate. I agree. High punt, and instantly Cam calls for a fair catch. Will it go in? It does.
Great
big,
job.
long punt. So the battle of big legs here as Harrison Avila out of Laguna Hills, man, he bombed that one. That was a big, big boot. We're tied at 7. Renegade offense comes on with 3:04 to go here in this first quarter. I'm Vance Palm, Kenny Calvin with me. Christian on camera, Diana, our director-producer, John Mettis typing away feverishly. And we have a special guest with us tonight. Kenny, I guess if I should say his last name or not. Should I say, am I allowed to say his last name? Another Kenny in the booth.
Man, we got 2 driller legends named Kenny in the booth.
Ooh, big hit up there.
How about that, Mr. Cooper?
Our special guest tonight, Kenny Cooper, North High School record holder, BC Renegade, Sacramento State Hornet. He wanted to come over and enjoy some of his alumni Renegade football and knows very good friends with all the coaches. So nice to have Coop here with us tonight. Another Coop.
Yeah, and I said driller. I meant Renegade.
You always say driller. Anybody walks by, hey, there's a driller.
Yeah, you know, we everywhere.
2.5 left in this first quarter. Stretch play to Isaiah Martin. Doesn't do anything, and a flag. I think that may be a hold on top of that. So an unimpressive 2nd and 10 effort there.
Yeah, slow developing shotgun sweep, giving the defensive line an opportunity to penetrate. And you can't do that against a fast-moving defensive line. They definitely can get sideline to sideline with the best of them.
There are fouls on both teams.
Oh.
Personal foul, face mask, number 98 on the defense. Holding.
Yeah.
Offense, number 65. Those penalties offset. Replay, first down. Correction, second down.
So offsetting, face mask on Saddleback, holding on the Renegades. We'll redo it again at 2nd and 10. And I know Kenny's starting to get antsy. He wants a little bit more liveliness on this offense.
Yeah, because it's a challenge. You're playing without your number 1 weapon in Elisha Ortiz. I didn't know that until pregame, and I'm probably going to keep talking about it as the offense struggles, but you have to find ways to be creative when you're missing your number 1 gun. And now we got Irby.
Oh!
Irby comes in this series, almost throws a pick to the house.
So here's Jacob Irby, the freshman from North Carolina, via Kansas. Hopped off a plane about 2 days before the Golden West game. It was expected he would not touch the football in that game against Golden West, but this is when Medina went down. Irby came in, 0 practice time basically, and he has grown into a young man with an electric arm and can really make some big plays. But now 3rd and 10, he's backed up against it on his own 20. And here come the Gauchos. They're all over him. Irby's going to get rid of it, or is he?
No, he is
He
not.
gets swallowed up, and they came at him hard. And he goes down, and helmets pop off, and the Renegades are going to have to punt. So a quick 3 and out.
And one of the things I was going to say about Irby, it has to be frustrating. You know, you get in the best rhythm of your young career as a Renegade. You're playing some okay football. You didn't have a fantastic game last week in the air, but you did some good things. And now you come into the bowl game and not get the start. But if you're a great teammate, you say, hey, Medina, here's your opportunity as well. And I would think Irby is that kind of guy.
Olivas, oh, what a dangerous play out there by Rome Innocenzi. He almost tried to, it looked like he was going to one-hop.
That was dangerous. Dangerous. You know, we in Southern California, so I got to drop all my entertainment shenanigans before the season's over.
I told Kenny Cooper tonight, I said, Kenny, listen, because halfway through the night, you're going to get Kenny Calvin looking at me saying, VP, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you something, VP. I'm going to be honest with you, VP. That's what I love, buddy. I'm going to tell you something, VP. I said, get ready. He will. Patterson rolls to his right over here. He's looking to throw to Jefferson, but he can't do it because James Thomas is all over him. He spread out, and Jefferson tried to roll out to his right, and Thomas said, nope, incomplete.
You got Thomas on one end. You got Bolden flying in backside on another end. And this is a great thing we get to do on our last game of the season. Talk about guys who kept their motor on. Bolden was one of them. Love to see that guy flying around. Alex Bolden, 6'2", 226, sophomore out of Washington Union High School.
2nd and 10. Come on, Renegades defense. Patterson again wants to throw. He fires over here to the near side, and it's caught at the 45-yard line, and that was weird. Bama Smith jumped up like he was going to jump over someone, but there was no one there to jump over. He just jumped over the air and came down, and that's the new thing these days, to hop over people, but there was nobody there to hop over, and some of his teammates having fun with him.
All fun and games till you land on that neck.
It's all fun and games until somebody gives you a big shot in the ribs while you're in the middle of the air. 3rd and 3 at the Renegade 43. And it's a big first down run by Jonathan Jefferson, a strong run, but there's a flag on the play, and he had a pretty big seam to run through, and that's why.
Yeah, I was definitely going to say that was a great block because there was a congested freeway of bodies right there on the 45-yard line of the Renegades.
Kenny, that's a big call right there. It would have given them the first down. And now they're going to move it back into Gaucho territory at the 47-yard line. So now it's going to be 3rd and 12 with 1:05 to go here in this first quarter. We're tied at 7. Really nice football game so far. We've seen it all. Some big, strong runs, a super quick touchdown by the Gauchos. Didn't take them any time at all. And then an interception by Harrington leads to a very colorful touchdown by the Renegades. Here's a 3rd and 13, and flags fly.
And if you're the Gauchos right now, you have to be kicking yourselves in the foot.
Oh, yeah.
You just took away a first down, and then it was 2nd and 14, and now you have another movement penalty. It's going to take it to 2nd and 19. Definitely frustrating when you have a tight game. And it takes that momentum away once again.
Another penalty, false start. Woo. Okay, here we go. 3rd and 18 now. Now we're getting set to play. 43 seconds and counting here in the first quarter. We're all tied up at 7. And 13 on the play clock, so they're certainly taking their time. Robbie Patterson finally gets the call in. 8 on the play clock. They're on the near hash right here at their 43. Patterson takes the snap, drops back. He fires. It's down the near side, and it is way out of bounds, completely incomplete.
And great pressure from the backside.
Sure did. It was really nice pressure in there by Alex Bolden. So Bolden putting some heat on the quarterback. And 4th down, and Renegades will get the ball back.
We just talked about Bolden's motor. He's a player that doesn't get a ton of opportunities, but when he does, he shines. Great pressure, making it 4th and long.
Another punt. It's a wobbler, and it's going to go out of bounds. So should be close to the 25, I think, where he'll go. Oh, he went up further, and he's going to do it at the 29-yard line. So some words exchanged out there between Chance Cooper and Curtis Jackson. They had a few words for each other.
What, 50 Cent played for them? I told you, I'm bringing it all out the bag tonight. Bringing it all out the bag for you, VP.
My partner, Kenny Calvin, involved in the entertainment industry and had a big concert last weekend. Saw your social networking post. Seemed like a very, very successful, good night.
Dream opportunities for the best yours, baby. You know, I was assistant stage manager for the first time for Minor 2 Entertainment, Unsung Studios, TV One.
Can't wait. Now, Middleton playing quarterback, fires it over to Shane Jones. So now we have Jeffrey Middleton flinging it. And by the way, to all of our viewers and listeners, I want to make an apology for last week to the Middleton family. That last touchdown of the game, that sharp touchdown that was thrown with about a minute left, was actually Jeffrey Middleton. I thought it was Irby. Said it was Irby. It was actually Middleton that came in and tossed that, correct? That last touchdown at Canyons the other night with, what, 1:06 left, was Jeffrey Middleton that came in and flung it. And he jumped up, and he was so happy and so pumped. So apologies to Middleton. That's the end of the first quarter. 7-7. We're tied up. Back right after this.
Every day, the headlines ring out about another data breach or some new cyber threat. In today's high-tech business world, a lack of network and data security can cause catastrophic problems. The solution is so simple. Grapevine MSP Technology Services. Grapevine MSP is Bakersfield's leading provider of managed IT services. IT consulting, data backup, disaster recovery, cloud services, computer repair, and Mitel phone systems. Grapevine MSP has the fastest service response times in the Valley, and they understand that downtime costs your business money.
It's hard to think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Quarter, we're all tied up here, 7 apiece. And the Renegades have a 2nd and 9. And Jeffrey Middleton out of Atascadero on the near side wants to throw, pump fake, double pumps, throws it down the near side, and Shane Jones never had a chance. He was kind of nudged out of bounds and could never get back in soon enough to get downfield. So that brings up a 3rd and 9.
As a defensive back, that's exactly what you want to do if you're the Gauchos corner. You don't give up a double move and allow the player free release up the field. Great job by that defensive back, number 35, who's not listed in the roster.
3rd and 9. 3rd and 9.
Oh, 39. Matt Waskowski.
Middleton steps up into the pocket, fires, throws, and it is,
Nice.
almost caught by
dropped
Cam Roberson. It was a pretty good pass. He threw it low so no one could get it, but Roberson just couldn't hang on, and that turns it into a punt formation. So we've seen all 3 quarterbacks already, Kenny. We have not seen Josh Moran yet, but we may.
I will say that, how about Middleton moving the pocket, stepping up, making that 15-yard dig throw. That was a big-time throw that didn't get completed.
Okay, he'll leave us back to punt for the Renegades. Carson with a big one, puts him back to the 18-yard line. And he's still on his feet. Oh, what a hit. What a hit. Romy Inocenzo took a massive blow.
Now, you know what? I talked about the offensive line earlier, and I said one name, that was the last one. His name was Joshua Ubeda. He just laid the wood.
Well, we certainly hope that Romy Innocenzi is okay, but that was full steam ahead. Both players hit right at the 35-yard line, and the action stopped right there. We will take a break here on Bakersfield.com, back right after this.
Every day, the headlines ring out about another data breach or some new cyber threat. In today's high-tech business world, a lack of network and data security can cause catastrophic problems. The solution is so simple. Grapevine MSP Technology Services. Grapevine MSP is Bakersfield's leading provider of managed IT services. IT consulting, data backup, disaster recovery, cloud services, computer repair, and Mitel phone systems. Grapevine MSP has the fastest service response times in the Valley, and they understand that downtime costs your business money.
Current Schools Federal Credit Union is here to be your lifelong financial partner. So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way, from your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home. Current Schools is here to help. And if you live in Kern County, then you can bank with us. See, we're local just like you, so what we accomplish together benefits our entire community. Current Schools, together we have something special.
Nice.
Okay, everybody, we're back, and we are pleased to report that Romy Innocenzi, the sophomore from Mission Viejo High School, is okay. He took a huge hit at the 35-yard line. They've helped him off, and it was one of those hits where they both just stopped, and he did not get up, so we hope he's okay. Huge hit by the Renegades. 1st and 10 for Saddleback, their first possession here in the second quarter. It's a little pass out here to this near side, and it's caught by Jefferson. Jefferson's still up, and, boy, these whistles are coming slow. These whistles are coming slow. His progress was stopped at the 38, and he went down back at the 29. So,
and guess who was the first person there? Alex Bolden. Somebody's playing with some intensity on that defense.
Kenny, from what I see, I don't see a Renegade out there that's not putting it in.
I agree with you, man.
I like it.
I love it. With a capital L.
Okay, 2nd and 7.
Pistols double formation.
Patterson, play action, finds a man wide open. Look at this, and it's going to be a first down and even more, and he's still going, and he finally goes down at the 42-yard line, and that is Austin Derrico.
One of their two leading receivers hasn't had a huge opportunity, and they go right back to that double set out of the pistol formation.
They're up again quickly. Hand off to Johnson this time. He's looking for some space. He just stays in there. Patient. Finally, Mario Solario is one of the two Renegades. But I'll tell you what, Jerome Johnson's so strong that he just kind of bides his time until he can find a gap. And he turned nothing into about a yard. Wow.
I would like to say shout out to the Van Osdales watching at home. You know, I get to spend time with my teammate, Chad Van Osdale, and Mr. Van Osdale, the Driller Hall of Famer. Big-time guys.
Down this near side, throws, and it is caught. What a beautiful catch, but he ran out of space. A one-handed grab, but he is too far out of bounds, incomplete.
That was a beautiful catch, even though it was out of bounds. One of the things we talk about is not letting him catch it, no matter where he is.
I would like to make an in-game welcome to #BetterCalvin, sitting right down here below me. Hello, young lady.
That's my ride or die, Bonnie and Clyde.
3rd and 10. Patterson, again, right in the middle of the football field. 45-yard line between the hash marks. Patterson has a lot of time, a ton of time, and oh, goodness, it's caught out there by Derrico. Goodness. And I'll tell you what, Derrico has made some really good catch. You talk about some nice hands. He had two Renegades all over him, but I'm concerned about the amount of time right now that Patterson has to throw. He has a wall of protection, and he's getting a lot of time.
It's
1st and 10.
It looks like he went back to the huddle and said, give me the ball.
And now it's a run play to Johnson, but broken up out there by L.J. Early. Had L.J. Early not nipped him in the ankles, he might still be running.
Well, me and John Metis talked about the secondary and who improved in the game over the years or over the season. One of them is getting exposed as they go ISO for 1 yard, but we talked about Adil Richards and his matchups and how much better he got over the year. Now it seems he's being the target again Let's see how he responds. He responded well during the season after all the pressure I put on him.
3rd and 6, Kenny. 12 minutes to go here in the half. We're tied at 7. And the Saddleback Gauchos.
Trips open set for Saddleback as they go motion.
Hard count, and we had action, but we had also the right tackle that moved, Gabriel Martinez, but it looks like everybody's moving towards the Renegades as if they even assume it was on them. But I saw the offensive tackle, Gabriel Martinez, up and moving as well, and I see the umpire pointing to the other side.
The ump as well. The ump seen that as well. That's why you got 3 or 4 of those guys on one side of the line, 3 or 4 of those officials on the other side of the line. Eyes everywhere. Let's see what they call.
Offside. Defense.
Oh.
5-yard penalty.
Oh, boy. So they went with the Renegades being offsides, and that'll make it a first down.
Crucial penalty.
Ugh.
Gaucho's playing with some momentum, heading south.
So 1st and 10 now at the Renegade 23-yard line with 11:39 and counting to go here in the half. Tied up at 7.
Trips open set out of that pistol. Expect ISO.
Patterson, quick handoff to Jefferson. Jefferson still on his feet, gets down to the 10-yard line. Wow. Jonathan Jefferson, quick, nimble, aggressive, great vision.
It's just like we said, they go that ISO, and what they're doing, they're acting like it's strong side as they go hurry up, and they go right back to the ISO weak again. And what they're trying to get you to do by going opposite, you have to adjust as a defensive line and move to the strong side of the football. Running backs know that, so they're going to act like they're going hard right and bend it back to your opposite side. Great job by that offensive line. 2nd and goal.
Second and goal from the 7. 10:45 and counting. 13 on the play clock, so Saddleback taking their time. And now the whistles blow, and I believe we're going to have a timeout taken with 3 on the play clock by the Bakersfield College Renegades. So we will take our timeout here on Bakersfield.com and News Talk 1180 KERN 96.1 FM. Back right after this.
Buying a pre-owned vehicle from an online company can be risky, especially if the vehicle is not seen in person before the purchase. At Three-Way Chevrolet, we want you to search and compare the inventory on our website, but then come in to the dealership and test drive our vehicles. Let us take the risk out of your buying experience. Buy from the dealer you trust, and when you step up to certified pre-owned, confidence comes standard. A 172-point inspection and reconditioning along with 2 factory-backed limited warranties and roadside assistance add up to a value you can depend on and a vehicle you can trust. From Three-Way Chevrolet, your hometown dealership.
Grow starts small, and it happens fast. An idea becomes a plan. That plan gets brought to life. At Rabobank, we provide the financial solutions hardworking families need to thrive, like convenient personal banking and home lending. We're Rabobank. Let's talk.
Welcome back. Renegade football ties 7-7 with 10:35 to go. Gauchos appearing to threaten the score right now with a 2nd and goal from the 7 or 8 yard line. Be great to see the Renegade defense try to play with some pride. Backs against the wall, wasn't able to do it.
Jefferson down at the 2-yard line. You know, Kenny, between Jerome Johnson at 6'2", 220 and Jonathan Jefferson at 5'9", 195, pick your poison.
Oh, man. And that's one of the things I talked about, you know, from their interior on both sides of the football. They have some high-quality guys. You know, we're a 6-4 team, playing a 6-4 team. That doesn't mean that there's quality athletes not on both sides of the football.
3rd and goal from the 3.
Jet motion, and they go power.
Does he get in? He does not get in. The Renegades stop it. Great play by the Renegades, and look at how pumped up Justin Harrington is. I love seeing that.
I do too, man. He's one of the leaders on defense. You know, Early's been playing lights out in the secondary, but Justin Harrington has made plays that changed our mentality on the defensive side of the football.
How about this? They moved him back a yard. Now it's 4th and goal from the 4, and Coach McElroy with 15 on the play clock.
And here's when you got to expect something funny style, too, because they go that swinging gate.
Looky here.
You got to be prepared.
Patterson, they had that swinging gate. He takes the snap. He rolls to his right, flags on the play, so you wonder who did what, how it wasn't set. Did they have all of their T's crossed and their I's dotted for the old swinging gate? And we saw it in a college game last week, a national stage where they worked it perfectly.
And that appears to be an illegal shift.
Yeah, you've got to run.
Motion. Offense number 45.
Well, and what's horrible
Penalty. Replay 4th down.
What's horrible about that is if you're number 45, Chase Bradley, there's no hiding on that play. On the swinging gate, when they stretch everybody out and they have that funky formation and they're trying to not go for 3 but go for 6, boy, your name's on that one, unfortunately. So now Saddleback gets pushed back. What a break for the Renegades. Now it's 4th and goal.
I knew something funny was coming when that swinging gate.
From the 9-yard line, and so now we get the southpaw kicker.
We got penetration early.
Matthew Freem. This is up, and it is good. It's through. 10-7 Saddleback. We'll stay here. So the swinging gate approach did not work, and a penalty caused it to move it back. So, hey, Saddleback was moving that ball well. So for them to not get in, that's I'm one of those guys that doesn't like the old moral victory statement, but, you know, that's a great stop for the Renegades.
I love moral victories as a defense because that usually means field goals instead of touchdowns. And that's exactly what we got to do to win this football game. The defense has done that all year, though, Vance. We've seen them under pressure. Big penalties will happen, and we backed up. They always respond, so I'm not surprised to see them respond again. Great job by the defensive line, led by Ricky Langway.
Okay, 10-7 the score. Saddleback up 3, 8:41 to go in this first half.
It'll be great to see a good return. Looks like we have Jones back with Cam as well.
So Shane Jones, BHS driller, Cam Roberson, Garces Ram. They're deep.
Two of my cousins sharing the special teams duties. Let's get it.
It's up, and it's going to be Shane Jones letting it go into the end zone, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Renegades. Again, Saddleback comes in 6-4, 4-1 in league. And the Renegades 6-4, 3-2 in league. We talked about the previous 4 meetings between these schools. In 2005, Bakersfield beat Saddleback 29-19. Remember that one?
Yes, I was on the coaching staff.
2006, Saddleback 48, Bakersfield 21. 2010, Bakersfield 41, Saddleback 24. 2011, Saddleback 31, Bakersfield 17. So tied at 2 in the series. 1st and 10. Medina back in for the Renegades. Hands it off to Isaiah Martin on the left side. Martin thrown for a loss of about 2 or 3 yards. So we've seen Josh Medina, we've seen Jeffrey Middleton, and we have seen Jacob Irby, 3 different quarterbacks here in the first half for the Renegades.
Well, I'll say this from the running back's perspective. It appears that Martin is slowing down, getting ready for contact instead of running downhill like he usually does. You know, things change when guys are put in that number 1 spot and you're not used to that light. Let's see how he responds.
Adarian Rowell getting moved over to the left side of the line of scrimmage in the slot. 10 on the play clock. Medina takes a snap, look out from behind, steps up in the pocket, throws, gets rid of it, flag on the play. Boy, he was under some heavy duress, but he stepped up in that little cocoon of protection for 1 second, got rid of it, but flag early in the play.
And while they get that settled out, one of the things I was trying to talk about, and as it's offsides, it's good for us as a defense, but one of the things I was talking about as second-string guys, and I know you've dealt with this from years past as a coach as well. You have guys that always think, hey, if I get more opportunities, I'm going to do the thing. And then you get the opportunity, and you realize it's a different level of play being the number one guy. You have to have the intensity and passion every snap. And some of these guys that are being number twos, being forced to number one spot, haven't brought it yet.
2nd and 7, a play right up the middle. Look at Isaiah Martin. He just bowls over a couple of Saddleback guys and takes care of business. Whose phone is that? Somebody answer their phone. That's a big run right there. Makes it a 3rd and 1. Woo, boy.
Yeah, it's like he heard me. You know, he ran with a lot more intensity on that carry. Got 9 yards on that in 3rd and 1.
Can he get the first? Isaiah Martin gets hit hard, and they mark it past the first down marker. Looks like he's going to get it on a strong run right up the middle. Yes, he was hit hard and hit early, but he moved forward enough for a first down. They moved the chains, we think. Yeah, he did. So 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line.
Great job by Martin.
Medina drops straight back, fires to the far side, and it's caught out there by Adarian Rao. What a nice catch that is to the 47-yard line, a gain of 12. So a quick fire from Medina to Rao, and it's 1st and 10 Renegades almost at midfield.
Medina taking advantage of his opportunities tonight, making some crisp passes that we never saw before he went out, and that's a great throw on a 12-yard out to move the chains to Adarian Rao, son of Andre Rao.
6:45 to go in the first half. Renegades almost at midfield, trying to get in this end zone before the end of the half. And it's a run play again. Isaiah Martin hit hard, but he keeps running. Look at that. Flag on the play, though. Doggone it.
Wow, flag.
A late flag in the progression of that play. It wasn't like an early holding call, but it's going to be a holding call. Ay.
Yeah, and that's definitely frustrating because it seemed like the flag is placed right where Martin ran somebody over. Eamon Sullivan, Jr., getting tagged on that hold. And that's going to back the Renegades up and make it a 1st and long.
Oh, man. They just had kind of started getting their mojo on this drive. Medina's connecting on passes. Isaiah Martin's running hard, and then a holding call moves them back. 6.5 left here in the first half. For those of you listening in on our radio partnership, appreciate having you. It's 10-7 Saddleback right now in the first half.
Love those guys back at the radio.
Medina, they go to Martin again, and this time Martin runs strong and hard, and wow, he gets it back up to about the 44-yard line. So a strong run, but still it's going to be a 2nd and 14. Good to see Isaiah Martin getting those reps. I remember calling all his games in high school, and like almost every play was like a 20-yard, 25-yard run. Isaiah is running over guys.
Yes, indeed. I saw some tough games. He hadn't had opportunity to call one as well.
2nd and 16. Looks like they want to throw. They do. They fire it over here, and it is caught. What a nice catch out there by James Holland, and a great throw by Medina, and gets it up inside Gaucho territory to the 47-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd and about 5. So it's an important series right now for these Renegades. No huddle, hurry-up offense.
Shotgun double set for Medina.
Near hash right down by us. Medina pauses, looks over to the sidelines. 15 on the play clock. Gets back behind center, still in the shotgun, though. Now he puts Isaiah Martin on his right hip. Medina,
offsides
look out,
again.
Got to get rid of it quickly, and that's probably going to be offsides. Quick jump by Rudy Bukasa. we think, number 51 came off awfully quickly.
Ooh, he looked like Strahan coming off the edge right there.
Ooh, boy.
Jason Tuck.
Holding, defense, or correction, offside.
Oh,
51.
okay.
Results in a first down.
We were right. Rudy Bukasa out of Liberty High School in Nevada was awfully quick off that line.
This is some great coaching on display by the Renegade offensive coaching staff right now.
Go, go, go.
With 3 different quarterbacks playing at a high level and getting some consistency. Great job, guys.
Medina takes that snap, just hands it to Martin. Martin, bruising run again. About 4 yards he picks up.
VP, I want the listeners to notice something. There's a number 70 out there. His name is Eamon Sullivan. Every snap on run blocking plays, you're going to see him at least 5 yards down the field, and there's going to be a defender being pushed backwards.
Right there in the center of your screen, left tackle. Play action, Medina wants to throw, fires across his body, and it is almost caught, but almost picked off as well. It was intended for Cam Roberson. Man, that is one tough throw. Bootleg to the left as a right-hander. Had somebody right in his grill, and he tried to fire that into a tight window. Oof.
Yeah, Tyler Noble, 6 foot, 195-pound sophomore out of Tustin High School. Locked up man-to-man. Great job playing through the wrist. You know, we always talked about as DBs, you want to play through the wrist. You grab the wrist and separate the wrist, you usually make it an incomplete pass.
All right, here we go, 3rd and 8. Here's a big third down for the Renegades. Medina fires out to the far side. It's caught by Rowell, and Rowell makes the second effort. Oh, give him the first down. Give him the first down, and they do. Adarian Rowell makes a great catch, gets hit low, and then dives to the 31-yard line. That's a big first down for the Renegades.
And I can point at John Mettis again because we talked about our guy, Adarian Rowell, taking advantage of the limited opportunities that he has.
1st and 10 Renegades at the Saddleback 32. Here come the Gades. Bootleg. Medina has a man open. Does he get it to him?
Rowell!
Ooh, almost makes a highlight catch. Adarian Rowell fully stretched out at the 3-yard line. How about Josh Medina, the baseball player who decided he doesn't want to play baseball any longer, comes over to the Bakersfield College campus this summer and says, I'll give it a shot. And
how about that shot he just threw?
Man. Here we go, 2nd and 10. Looks like Saddleback's bringing it. They are, but now it's a big, strong run to the left side by Marcus Furlow, the Foothill Trojan, getting a carry.
Third and about 7 for the Renegades at the 30-yard line, and I think right now this is 2-down territory.
I'd like to see Josh bootleg it and run it. Get himself 9 yards on a 3rd and 8. Hard count, nobody jumps. Everybody stands still. 14 on the play clock. They look over for the play call now, and it is still Marcus Furlow on the right hip of Josh Medina.
I like this matchup with Cam. One-on-one down here, but
Medina looks left the entire time, and another great pass, and what a first down and a late hit. So we get the first down. Steven Figures makes the catch, and Medina took a late hit right in front of the white hat. I thought for sure we'd see some yellow fly. No flag. First down, Renegades. They move the ball up to the 20-yard line. Hurry up offense. Medina wants it. He keeps it, throws it into the end zone, and it is almost a touchdown pass and a late flag here. And the quarterback was hit late.
Yeah, and that was LeBrevin Austin with that last great catch for that first down, and we tried to go right back to him, but it looks like we're going to have a roughing the passer. Let's see.
An eligible receiver downfield against the Renegades. I thought it was the fact that Josh Medina got leveled. No call on that, but how about this hurry-up offense by the Renegades? They just get to the ball as quick as they can, and that baseball player is slinging it.
That's one of the things that we missed by not having Medina. Part of the process is our ability to go hurry up. He was our hurry up guy. When he went down, we weren't able to go hurry up with Irby.
You're right. Great point. So after they get it all settled out here.
The eligible receiver downfield, number 51 of the offense. That penalty is declined. 2nd down.
They decline the penalty to make it 2nd and 10. I guess Coach McElroy would like to save some time. My only thinking, he would save some time to get some more time when they get the ball back. I don't get it. It's a handoff to Furlow. Furlow on a run play right up the middle of the football field gets maybe 2 yards, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and 7, and they are inside the 20-yard line, about the 18-yard line of Saddleback. 2:50 and counting here left in this first half. Renegades looking to score.
Very impressive display by the Renegade offense. We talked about the multiple quarterbacks, but just the effectiveness in moving the chains.
Medina steps up in the pocket. He's under duress, has to get rid of it, fires it, throws it, and it is almost intercepted in the end zone. Incomplete, but he was running from it. Right,
we got a flag
us.
down here too, though, Vance. We got a flag at the 13-yard line.
Haven't had a lot of flags tonight, but we've had about 3 or 4 in this series alone. What will this call be?
It has to be holding on the defense.
Has to be.
Prior to the pass, holding. Defense
It has to be.
Kenny Calvin called it correctly that Colton Larkoval caught holding, and what a massive penalty that is against Saddleback with 2:28 to go here in the first half. They're going to move this ball well inside the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal from the 9.
Yeah, Colton.
Wow.
Colton Larsoval is one of the players that was highlighted as being their second or third leading tackler. Huge mistake.
1st and goal. Medina wants to keep it himself, looks for some space, goes down, and another flag.
And it may be an illegal block.
And one of the Gauchos is down where the flag was thrown. That Gaucho is Austin Godges. And he gets up. He's okay, but that might be on the Renegades.
Chop block. Offense number
That's exactly what I was going to say. Didn't want to say it because you hate to see it happen.
One of the Brown brothers, Blake Brown, so now it just comes all the way back. Goodness gracious, the Renegades, golden opportunity here to go up at the end of the first half, and they're going backwards. Medina starting to shine here in this bowl game. As we see Chance Cooper come in.
Yeah, what happens on a chop block, you have a offensive lineman engaged with one defender and another person that goes low while he's engaged with that defender as an offensive lineman.
Okay, 1st and goal from the 24. Yikes. Isaiah Martin on the carry. Ooh, big hit himself. Gets hit at the 22-yard line, and you're so right about Eamon Sullivan. Once the ball snapped, big number 70 from Centennial High School. He's a sophomore, 6'4", 280. What a motor.
Well, what do you expect out of the young man whose father is a local hero fireman?
Exactly that. 2nd and goal from the 22.
We got my teammate Jerome Simpkins in.
Medina connects. Good block downfield. Chance Cooper has it in his hand. Can he get in? Cooper to the 1-yard line. Oh, what a great job of some downfield blocking by Cam Roberson. Beautiful pass by Medina. And this might happen. This just might happen.
Great job by Medina just being patient.
3rd and goal from the 1. Let's not forget it was 1st and goal from the 34. They had to go a long ways to get this to a 3rd and goal from the 1. And now I think we're going to get a timeout by the Gauchos because the Renegades hurried up so close to the ball with such little time left. We'll stay here. The Red Carpet Halftime Show brought to you by Carpet Outlet Plus. When we come back, Kenny and I will wrap up the first half. We'll talk about a few things here and there. And then you got a very special guest. About a month and a half ago, up on the Dameron deck, you said, Vance, I asked you. You pick your 3 guys, I'll pick my 3 guys. You had your 3 picks, I had my 3 picks, and my first pick was number 15, a West High Viking by the name of Jalen Simpkins.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying it was my mojo, but what I will tell you is that I love this kid, and he plays with so much heart, so much passion. Our final game of the season, who was our Red Carpet halftime guest?
None other than the genetic code that birthed the great Jalen Simpkins, my outside linebacker, Big Jerome Simpkins.
Can't wait. That's going to be a great interview. Jerome's going to join us at halftime, and before that, it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Look at this set, Kenny.
Oh, powerhouse, full house backfield.
Medina puts the ball in Isaiah Martin's hands, and does he get in? No, they're going to say his knee went down at the 1-yard line. They tried to get Isaiah Martin in, so here comes the call from Coach Chudy. Will it be a field goal to tie it at 10, or in the Patriotic Bowl of 2018, will they make a go for it?
No hesitation. It looks like Coach is going ahead and putting those arms in motion to call signals.
And another timeout by Saddleback. They want to make sure that they have all of this put together right. Coach Mark McElroy has another timeout called. Let's continue to introduce our guest before he gets on. Tell us a little about Jerome.
What's great about Jerome, you know, Jerome didn't have the huge high school opportunity to play football. He was just a natural talent. But with his natural talent, he was a player that learned how to accept direction to become a great player and put himself in a position to solidify his legacy as a Potato Bowl champion Renegade football player. And that's one of the great things about having the opportunity to see his son play, because there are moments when I see his son make plays that I remember his dad making, because 80% of the time we were on the field together, I was at least 2 to 3 feet away from Jerome, being that he was an outside backer, and I would play a lot of inside nickel, a lot of extra safety. You know, when we had times where teams would try to move their best receiver into the inside to the slot, we would say, Kenny, go with him. And I would be an outside linebacker at times as well. So
4th and goal from the 2. Thank you, Kenny. Again, power set, power formation. Can the Renegades get it?
Fumble!
Fumbles on the ground, but Medina somehow saves it, throws it, tosses it,
Wow!
and it's a touchdown. The ball was on the
Wow!
ground. He picks it up, scoops it up, and throws a touchdown pass to who? Maceo Barbosa.
Wow! How about that?
Kenny, if you'd have asked me before the game started, Vance, who do you think will throw a touchdown pass, and who will it be to on a 4th and goal from the 2?
Yes, never would have got
I never
that.
would have said Josh Medina to Maceo Barbosa, but that's exactly what happened. Touchdown Renegades, boom!
And the classic boom of VP is well
Oh,
deserved.
my gosh.
How about Medina and his focus?
The ball was on the ground, scoops it up, and throws it to Barbosa. Touchdown Renegades. Oh, man, Jerome, the mojo you brought up to this booth is palpable. Field goal, the PAT is good, and it's 13-10, 43 seconds to go here in this first half. What a drive by the Renegades. What a big, big touchdown to make it 14-10. So we're looking forward to that at the Red Carpet Halftime Show, brought to you by Carpet Outlet Plus. I want to take this opportunity to thank Luigi's Italian Restaurant and Delicatessen and Hodel's, 2 names synonymous with supporting Bakersfield College in general, let alone athletics, and specifically Renegade football. Thank you to Luigi's and Hodel's. I know both institutions very, very busy this time of the year. And again, our halftime guest is going to be Jerome Simpkins, the father of, I can't say my favorite Renegade. I'll get in big, big trouble there. But let's just say when we picked our guys, number 15. How about tonight? For example, Kenny, for our radio audience that might not have heard this at the beginning of the game, Jalen had his helmet pop off, had to leave, had to go off the field, comes back the next play. They didn't take advantage of it. He comes back the next play, puts the pressure on the quarterback, throws a pick. We get our first score. So how apropos to have the Simpkins.
The Simpkins.
Ba, 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 ba. Okay, field goal. I mean, PAT good.
Uh-oh.
So now the kickoff. And
real quick, VP, we talk about Jalen so much because he's our star middle linebacker. There's actually 2 Simpkins sons on the football field as well. Jaquez Simpkins, 6'3", 267, out of West High School.
so that's almost 500 pounds.
of Simpkins.
The Simpkins. Okay,
Shotgun pistol set for Saddleback.
Renegades lead 14-10. Patterson drops back. He's under pressure, and Patterson goes down. He's sacked.
How many timeouts do we have?
James Thomas in on the action with Bolden as well.
Well, you know, VP, as we chop down close to half,
Look at
20
Jalen having fun
seconds
down
left, one of the funnest things we get to do is be excited and call football games on the visiting team side of the field and seeing the reactions of some of these fans when we get excited.
Well, I can tell you this.
It's hilarious.
Coach McElroy is not excited, not having fun, and he let the half just run out. That is it. Halftime, and the Renegades go into the locker room with a ton of momentum. They score late in the first half. A bobbled snap. Medina picks it up and finds Barbosa in the end zone. 14-10 Renegades. When we come back, our special guest, Jerome Simpkins, and we look forward to it here on News Talk 1180 KERN 96.1 FM, and you're watching this on Bakersfield.com. Back in a moment.
It's November, and the early bird gets the savings. Freeway Chevrolet has the early bird savings you're searching for without the holiday hassle. We're serving up savings on the 2018 Chevy Cruze, priced under $16,000. Who can pass up the 2018 Chevy Malibu for only $19,749? Gobble up over $12,000 in savings on a 2018 Silverado. Whichever one you choose, choose them at Freeway Chevrolet. Selection, savings, and service. Freeway Chevrolet, your hometown dealership.
Growth starts small, from a seed or an idea or a plan for your future. And with the right tools, the right guidance, things start to happen. At Rabobank, we know about growth because we provide banking for communities grounded in agriculture, helping people like you and communities like ours thrive with the right banking solutions. It's why at Rabobank, we roll up our sleeves to go to work for you. We're Rabobank. Let's talk.
It's hard to think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
Running your business is hard work. But with the right tools and guidance, we can make it easier. At Rabobank, we deliver smart banking and lending solutions for local businesses. And we're always ready to roll up our sleeves and work for you. We're Rabobank. Let's talk.
Every day, the headlines ring out about another data breach or some new cyber threat. In today's high-tech business world, a lack of network and data security can cause catastrophic problems. The solution is so simple. Grapevine MSP Technology Services. Grapevine MSP is Bakersfield's leading provider of managed IT services. IT consulting, data backup, disaster recovery, cloud services, computer repair, and Mitel phone systems. Grapevine MSP has the fastest service response times in the Valley, and they understand that downtime costs your business money. Every day, the headline...
Welcome back, everybody. The 2018 Patriotic Bowl is one half away from being finished, and the Renegades are up 14-10 over a very good Saddleback team and a really fun first half. Vance Palm alongside Kenny Calvin, and we were having a great time here. And again, thank you to Saddleback for the
fantastic,
gracious welcome here. We're really having a good time here, and I appreciate it at Mission Vale High School. 14-10, Kenny, and a quick recap of this start of the game. An inauspicious beginning. The kickoff, we take it to the 22-yard line, but there's a penalty, so they re-kick it, and we're on one knee down at the 8-yard line. And next thing you know, we've got to punt it. Saddleback scores, boom, just like that. But then we put the pressure on him. Jalen Simpkins puts the pressure on Patterson. The big interception, and next thing you know, we score on a
what was that? Wildcat
double reverse. Medina to Chance Cooper. You can't even write these scripts tonight, right? So then late in the second quarter, right here at the end of the first half, it's 4th and goal from the 2. Power formation. The ball's dropped. Medina picks it up. I thought he was down almost on his knee. He picks it up, tosses it in the corner to, of all people, Barbosa for a touchdown. We're up 14-10. Give me your vibration on that first half.
The best thing I saw out of the first half was the coaches having a conscious opportunity to give all 3 of their top 3 quarterbacks an opportunity to share responsibility. You hardly ever see that. And to see the team respond and play well was fantastic. But more than anything, seeing a guy in Medina who hasn't played in 7 weeks come out and have a phenomenal first half, slaying it, 14 of 10, 125 yards with 2 touchdowns, might be the best first half played by a BC Renegade quarterback all season. That's all I can think about, except for watching the intensity on defense, seeing guys continue to fly around, seeing some of the players that I thought were going to have questionable body language end up continuing to play and get better, knowing that there's no tomorrow.
So It's 14-10. We had a quick introduction earlier, but I'm now going to hand over my headset to our guest. This is the Red Carpet Halftime Show brought to you by Carpet Outlet Plus. And Kenny Calvin's going to take over with our friend and our guest, Jerome Simpkins.
Oh, yes, and I got to tell you guys, man, I just got goosebumps as VP introduced Jerome. Jerome, how you doing, sir?
Hey, I'm doing good. Kenny, how you doing, baby?
You know, it's definitely always a pleasure to see you. One of my favorite traditions of this year's broadcast opportunity was having the text come in weekly. Ken, where my directions at? You know, where's the high school? What location we playing at? All that did was remind me of our time in the huddle as players on that championship Renegade football team in '95. You know, where you know, we lining up, you come in, you're like, Ken, you know, what's the call? What's the play? I don't know what it is. You know, and I give you a little signal, and you show up right on time. It's a perfect example of that and what you mean to me as a teammate. You showed up right on time for me to be the Red Carpet Outlet Plus halftime guest. How you doing, man?
I appreciate it, Kenny. I appreciate you having me. Shout out to that 95 10-1 team, Justin Jones.
They listening
Jermaine
at home,
Watkins. We had squad, man. Our whole squad, defense 95 team, we went 10-1. We was tremendous.
Absolutely. Number 2 in the nation. You know, we had the all-time leading rusher and Mike Gray on our team, Charles Woodfalk. We had some great teammates.
Yeah.
But more than anything, our defense set the tone and gave them the opportunity to have extra opportunities.
The guys up front, man, Jones, Shane Jones playing. I don't know if he'll be bigger star than BC as Justin Jones, because Justin Jones is Renegade to the bone gristle.
To the bone gristle.
So it's good to see him out here, man. I got Jones is a pretty good player. Hopefully he can surpass Justin here.
Yes. And one of the things I like to talk about and highlight, you got 2 sons playing, but your son Jalen is a starting linebacker. He's a team leader. The intensity that he has inspires the rest of the guys on the side of the ball. And one of the things that I like out of him is the fact that he never has bad body language. And I can say wholeheartedly I know where he gets it from. No matter what you've been through in life, Jerome, and no matter what I've been through, coming from where we come from, we use the game as just a stepping stone to put us in a position to be great later in life. So how does it feel to see Jalen having this opportunity like we had 24 years ago?
It feels good to see him out here playing, him and Jaquez. The whole Renegade team, everybody playing the Renegade way. Jalen, hopefully he can graduate like he's supposed to and go D1 this year.
Absolutely. And one of the things I like to talk about is whether you go D1, whether you go 1AA, Division II, is just having an opportunity to continue to play the game. I remember when I transferred after my sophomore year, your freshman year, and I was supposed to go play at San Jose State, and I didn't get to because the coach retired, and I had to come home and redshirt a season. People thought I would never play again. I probably wouldn't have if I would have continued to allow my pride to not go to a different division of school. You know what I mean? After I didn't have that chance to fulfill that Division I opportunity. So one of the things I like to talk about is no matter where he goes to play, just having the opportunity to play will be special for him as well, because he'll continue that education.
Yeah, education is important. I always told him he wanted to get a free education because I sure can't afford it. But for you coming off our team, that 10-1 team, everybody on the defense was D1. Everybody was screaming that.
Yes.
So it was a letdown when you get a D2 letter and all that. Because
yes. We want to seek the highest, from our play. Yes.
We had stars on that team. Not only in the inside with Justin Jones, we had David Gates and Shannon Galen.
Oh, yes. Yep, Big Gallion. Yep, yeah. Shannon Gallion. Yep.
We had squad.
Yeah, we have Mayo. He came and was with me down and did an interview for us last week at halftime. We had the McNaughton brothers.
Oh,
those
McNaughton.
Boys used to fly around.
Jesse McNaughton was All-American.
We had Greg Ochoa, one of our backup quarterbacks. Who else did we have? We had Nate Sparks.
Boise State. BC,
Boise State, BC, Foothill High guys.
Yeah.
And one of the things we like to talk about, Bakersfield College, is known as the Kern County All-Stars.
Yeah.
Everybody that put in work from the town, we go up here and put in work together. So seeing your boys, and one of the things we talked about, whether they go where they want to go, just having the opportunity to continue to use the game to change their life, if only for a moment, is a beautiful experience, right?
Absolutely a beautiful experience. Just to come and come through with this Renegade experience is wonderful. It's a blessing to be able to play Renegade football. And I always taught my kids if you start at BC, you can go anywhere in the nation and be 1 or 2 on the depth chart.
You just gave me goosebumps saying that.
Yeah,
because coaches know that. I've worked as a coach at the collegiate level in other states, and I had no idea the impression that our institution had across the country until I got to Arkansas and had people like, wow, you really know where our school is? Yeah, y'all got the best junior college stadium in the country. My cousin went there 20 years ago. Oh, wow, for real? You know, so just having an opportunity to be a fabric in that thread, or thread in that fabric over the years, we're just continuing to make legacy. So, Jerome, you know, it's been a great year. You know, we're coming to the end of this season, but one of my favorite opportunities is having the chance to spend this time with you because, you know, we grew up together, same neighborhood, family. You know what I mean? You're a brother to me.
I appreciate you. You're my brother as well. All Renegades, my brother. We got a lot to talk about. People done very successful in their life after Renegade football, so hopefully the boys can have, Jalen and Jaquez can have the same thing, and all the Renegades.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, more than anything, Jerome, talking about your story and how no matter what life was like before high school, seeing you come onto the field and have the intensity that you had from a player standpoint, willing to line up every snap from game 1 to game 11, it was an honor to play with you, man. And I don't know if I had a more dominant outside linebacker as a teammate. I'm going to have to say you may be one of the most dominant.
Yeah, I think I was a little better than Sean D. Wasn't
Yeah, you know, Sean D.
Sean was a hog, too.
Sean D was a hog, too. They was leaders.
Yeah.
They was leaders, but you just had that natural ability to get to the quarterback, and it made you so great in that moment. You know, it was an honor to play with you, man. I got film at the house, too. Matter of fact, Brandon Urie.
I need some of that film.
Since we got Brandon Urie, this is my teammate, Jerome. One of our projects that me and you need to get done, I want to help convert our old film from VCR and VHS to DVD. So tell Coach I want to be joined with that task.
I believe someone in our archives has been working on that.
Okay, let's get it done.
Slow process.
All right, I know it.
We appreciate it. Work on it, man. It's the Renegade way.
Yeah, because I got a few games. I don't even have a VCR no more,
You
but
got
I still
a
got
free
the tape.
a single-handed game that you won against West LA, I think.
Yeah, you know, he's talking
By
about
yourself. Couple picks.
Jerome's talking about a game where
Punt return.
You know, I had 5 I was responsible for 5 turnovers myself one game, and that game basically gave me my scholarship to the next level. And I want to say I had 2 interceptions, a blocked punt, a blocked PAT, and a strip for a touchdown.
Yeah. Nobody didn't have to show up that game because Kenny Calvin was.
I haven't asked for your autograph yet.
Well,
That's
hey,
the real question.
man, that won't get you a can of pop nowadays, Brandon Urie. But hey, we got Jerome Simpkins, one of my favorite teammates. I'm gonna work on that film for you, Jerome. But more than anything, it's an honor to have
get
you
that
as a
film.
teammate.
Jermaine Watkins, he broke my arm against Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
Came down, got caught in 2 helmets, and Jermaine Watkins.
I'm gonna get that film.
He went to San Diego State from BC.
I
We got
you.
D1 talent come out of Bakersfield. They gotta recognize it, man.
Absolutely. We played on Sundays. A few of us have. So you know, it's good to have that legacy continue. And thanks for bringing us your genetics again with your 2 boys this season. This is Kenny Calvin, Jerome Simpkins. We'll be right back after the break with more BC Renegade football.
All month long, you could pick your payment at Three-Way Chevrolet. $199, $299, or $399 a month with 0 down. With a great selection of pre-owned cars and trucks and the ability to pick the payment you want, we're making it easy to drive one home today. Pick your payment of $199, $299, or $399 a month with 0 down. Pick yours quick before they're gone. Pick your payment at Three-Way Chevrolet. Selection, savings, and service at Three-Way Chevrolet, your hometown dealership.
So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home. Current Schools. Together, we have something special. Current Schools Federal Credit Union has been the local choice to meet your financial needs. And just because we're local, you can still take us wherever your travels or life may be. From online and digital banking to mobile check deposit, Current Schools is always a tap away. Current Schools. Together, we have something special.
It's November, and the early bird gets the savings. Freeway Chevrolet has the early bird savings you're searching for without the holiday hassle. We're serving up savings on the 2018 Chevy Cruze, priced under $16,000. Who can pass up the 2018 Chevy Malibu for only $19,749? Gobble up over $12,000 in savings on a 2018 Silverado. Whichever one you choose them at Three-Way Chevrolet. Selection, savings, and service. Three-Way Chevrolet, your hometown dealership.
Growth starts small, from a seed or an idea or a plan for your future. And with the right tools, the right guidance, things start to happen. At Rabobank, we know about growth because we provide banking for communities grounded in agriculture, helping people like you and communities like ours thrive with the right banking solutions. It's why at Rabobank we roll up our sleeves to go to work for you. We're Rabobank. Let's talk.
It's hard to think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College Athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
Running your business is hard work, but with the right tools and guidance, we can make it easier. At Rabobank, we deliver smart banking and lending solutions for local businesses, and we're always ready to roll up our sleeves and work for you. We're Rabobank. Let's talk.
Every day, the headlines ring out about another data breach or some new cyber threat. In today's high-tech business world, a lack of network and data security can cause catastrophic problems. The solution is so simple. Grapevine MSP Technology Services. Grapevine MSP is Bakersfield's leading provider of managed IT services. IT consulting, data backup, disaster recovery, cloud services, computer repair, and Mitel phone systems. Grapevine MSP has the fastest service response times in the Valley, and they understand that downtime costs your business money.
Buying a pre-owned vehicle from an online company can be risky, especially if the vehicle is not seen in person before the purchase. At Three-Way Chevrolet, we want you to search and compare the inventory on our website, but then come in to the dealership and test drive our vehicles. Let us take the risk out of your buying experience. Buy from the dealer you trust, and when you step up to certified pre-owned, confidence comes standard. A 172-point inspection and reconditioning along with 2 factory-backed limited warranties and roadside assistance add up to a value you can depend on, and a vehicle you can trust from Three-Way Chevrolet, your hometown dealership.
Think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College Athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
It's November, and the early bird gets the savings. Freeway Chevrolet has the early bird savings you're searching for without the holiday hassle. We're serving up savings on the 2018 Chevy Cruze, priced under $16,000. Who can pass up the 2018 Chevy Malibu for only $19,749? Gobble up over $12,000 in savings on a 2018 Silverado. Whichever one you choose them at Three-Way Chevrolet. Selection, savings, and service. Three-Way Chevrolet, your hometown dealership.
If you call Kern County home, then you can bank with Kern Schools Federal Credit Union. From savings and checking accounts to the latest in online and mobile technology, Kern Schools is here to be your lifelong financial partner. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
Every day, the headlines ring out about another data breach or some new cyber threat. In today's high-tech business world, a lack of network and data security can cause catastrophic problems. The solution is so simple. Grapevine MSP Technology Services. Grapevine MSP is Bakersfield's leading provider of managed IT services. IT consulting, data backup, disaster recovery, cloud services, computer repair, and Mitel phone systems. Grapevine MSP has the fastest service response times in the Valley, and they understand that downtime costs your business money.
It's hard to think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
If you call Kern County home, then you can bank with Kern Schools Federal Credit Union. It's that simple. From savings and checking accounts to home and auto loans to the latest in online and mobile technology, Kern Schools is here to be your lifelong financial partner. And whether you like traditional banking or prefer to handle your finances online, we can meet all your needs. To open your Kern Schools account today, simply visit a branch or go online. With online account opening, you won't even have to come visit us. Just one more way Kern Schools is here to make your life easier so your dreams and goals become reality. Kern Schools. Together, we have something special.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
Welcome back, everybody. Well, we've been having a party down here at Mission Viejo High School, and a football game broke out all of a sudden. We had to call a football game, and want to let everybody know, for all of our Bakersfield residents and fans up there, if you ever want to get a first-hand view of how to be welcomed and to feel extremely gracious and hospitable, is the Saddleback Community College and everybody at Mission Viejo High School. We have had a blast in this press box. They gave us the whole thing, and it happens to be where the Frito boat stand is. So there's been about 50 people rolling through this place, and we've had a very, very good time. It's a lot of fun. And I was talking to one of the Saddleback fans here and reminding me that their stadium will be finished next year, Kenny. It'll be the largest community college stadium in the Southern California region. They'll host all the CIF playoffs there. It's going to seat 6,600. So it's nothing but football and talent down here. But the Renegades up right now, 14-10. Thank you to Jerome for that great halftime chat. That was a good time. Got a couple pictures of you, too.
Beautiful time. I appreciate you doing that for us every week, too, Vance.
You got it, buddy.
He definitely wanted to shout out Coach Dallas Grider for having the confidence in him. He would never be a Renegade if it wasn't for Coach Grider. So thanks, Jerome Simpkins and Coach Grider.
We start off the third quarter with Jackson getting it at the 5-yard line.
Fumble!
Ball's on the ground. Ball is on the ground, and it is.
Woo!
Is it? Have they said yet?
It's Renegades football. Oh, no way! We're over there celebrating.
They're going to say he was down. Renegades hopping, jumping in. Coach Chudy, an animated Coach Chudy. Don't normally see that with the officials, but that ball was out, and Curtis Jackson coughed it up, and the Renegades reacted in a way that was so instinctive that they had the football. And I always look at the team that fumbled the ball, and they did not really argue the fact that they
didn't
lost
at
it.
all.
Oh, my gosh. Well, what a break for the Gauchos to start off this third quarter. They fumbled the ball in the kickoff, and now a wide receiver takes off downfield, and nobody else moves. So some discombobulation right now for the Gauchos. Oh, boy.
And I'm going to tell you like this. Based on that release by number 82.
The ball was going to him.
It was going directly in his direction.
Well, a little bit of funkiness to start this third quarter.
Same way we started the game.
Exactly.
Shotgun double set for Saddleback.
1st and 15. Patterson has it. In motion goes Reeves. Patterson looks to his left, throws to Reeves in motion. Doesn't have a lot of real estate over there and gets hammered by 3 Renegades, knocked out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
Well, after the first half of football we had last week, no way am I going to be as excited. We got to see what we're going to do.
Come on, my man. It's our last game of the season. You better be amped.
I want to be.
2nd and 15. No gain on the play. Patterson, 3 receivers to his right side. It's where he looks. Fires one out here, and it's caught, but no big gain to the 20-yard line. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage. So I'll tell you what. There may be a little bit of trepidation in this Saddleback offense with this Renegade defense coming at them. They have had some huge hits and interception. That fumble we all know was a Renegade ball, so maybe a little bit of uneasiness in this Gaucho offense. Let's find out on a 3rd and 9. Patterson drops back again, has a ton of time. That ball is thrown, and it's nicked, and it got tipped right up here, and he's letting us know who got it. That's beautiful. That's great. Holden Williams holding up his hand saying, I got it, I tipped it, and incomplete. 4th down, so a great start for the Renegade here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and get my mobile device ready for every time Cam Robertson gets back there, because this is one of the most special punt returners I've ever seen, and I've played with some great ones. But every time a punt goes up in this second half, and you see Cam Robertson out there, you have to take in the moment to appreciate the greatness that you see, because this is his last half of Renegade football. He's moving on to bigger things.
I'd love to see it, Kenny. I'd love to. And I didn't hear did you and Jerome talk about Jalen's future, what's going on?
Well, he talked about just wanting Jalen to complete the task of academics, to have the opportunity to play D1. But I told him, hey, no matter what division you play, it's the opportunity to get more snaps and fulfill your obligations as a student athlete.
I left the booth to take pictures of you, didn't hear it all. Isaiah Martin carries on this first clear, and he's still on his feet. He's running over guys. Isaiah Martin took a couple of big hits at the line of scrimmage, kept his legs rolling, and he picks up 8 yards. Wow.
Yeah, and he's looking to get going. He had 13 carries for 22 yards. That's not a great average for that first half, averaging 1.7 yards on the ground. We didn't do a great job running the football as a team. We didn't do a heck of a job passing it to many other people except for Chance Cooper.
Jonathan Jefferson had 44. Jerome Johnson had 36 for the Gauchos. Whistles blow before this play is called. And stoppage of play. The official stopped it. Not sure exactly what it was. It was an equipment issue. But we're back at it. 2nd and 2, 13-13. In motion, Roberson runs to the far right side up against the Renegades sidelines. They throw to Roberson. Roberson draws a crowd, but I think he was able to pick up that first down, or do they come up just short?
Definitely giving him an opportunity to make a play with his legs. You know, as that play happened, I'm getting these text messages from the feedback from the interview at the half. The Justin Jones family tuned in, giving us all the love from Bakersfield, California. Justin's one of the greatest football dads in the world.
3rd and 1. Big 3rd down here for both teams. Hard count. And look at this. Everybody just runs past Isaiah Martin, and a great delayed handoff. That's a beautiful play, and that's a huge part of Josh Medina's talent right there, to able just to wait on that, be patient, a great cadence, great timing.
Yes.
Everybody ran past him and Isaiah Martin. He said, here, everybody's behind us, go.
The true threat of the RPO-style offense is having a quarterback who can run, pass, or throw the ball. And that's the threat that Medina gives us while he's in there.
1st and 10. Ball's at the 48-yard line. Renegades trying to get to midfield. Medina wants to throw, looks downfield, decides to stay underneath the coverage, and a great pitch and catch out there to Zach Hartsfield.
Late flag out there from the back judge. Interesting to see what he could call from that far. He threw that flag while standing at the 25-yard line, and that flag is on the 45-yard line.
We're just underway here in the second half. 14-10, the Renegades lead. I think the bigger question is going to be who ate the most Frito boats. We demolished all of Saddleback's inventory of Fritos and chili. Goodness gracious. Was it our sports information director, the Fury?
Defense number 3 gets an eligible receiver. The pass went beyond the line of scrimmage.
Oh, wow.
10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
How's that for a call?
Wow.
Holding on an ineligible man downfield. Boy, you don't see that every night.
We definitely don't, but while they march it off, my teammate Eamon Sullivan is telling us that his son, Eamon Jr., is only a freshman. They have it marked wrong in the program. He's marked as a sophomore.
Goodness.
So
thank you for
that
the
makes
insight.
me feel great.
So
we got Sullivan coming back.
Eamon Sullivan, Eamon Sullivan, a freshman. How about Medina wants to go long? He's looking for pay dirt. He throws it up to Shane Jones. Flags all over him. Oh, yes.
Yes.
Pass interference.
Has to be.
So Shane Jones was the target at the goal line. He was mugged while in the air. Flags fly, so it's going to be a great situation for the Renegades. So some of the best news I've heard all night is that Eamon Sullivan is a freshman.
That makes me feel so much better going home after this game, knowing that we got Eamon Sullivan back as offensive lineman. Because his intensity and the way he plays the football game, I'm telling you, we're on offense right now. Keep an eye on the left tackle, number 70, if you're listening and watching at home on Bakersfield.com.
Hashtag Better Calvin taking some shots of us. She's
Love
got her
that
camera
lady.
up. Here we go. They go with Isaiah Martin through the gaps. Strong run. Martin picks up 6 yards. And for everybody that's familiar with the freshman from Garces, 5'9", 220, and he is a wrecking ball when he starts to get going.
Yes, he is. He's a big body style back. I compared him to Frank Gore.
Yeah.
A little bit of a baby bus, one of my favorite players and people in the world. Jerome Bettis does so much for the community. He doesn't get enough recognition.
2nd and 6. Medina has Martin with him. Chance Cooper kind of jogging a little bit back and forth. 8 on the play clock. Medina takes a snap, play action again, rolls to his right. Wants to throw, does, in a tight window at everybody's ankles. No one can get it. Incomplete. Chance Cooper had 3 gauchos on him. Medina wanted 1 target and only 1 target. That's who he was looking for.
One of my favorite plays of the season was the Chance Cooper catch from Irby with the back shoulder throw at Memorial Stadium.
But it's quickly become 3rd and 6 from the Gauchos' 24-yard line. Isaiah Martin is back there with Medina, but boy, that 3rd down came quickly. Shane Jones, Chance Cooper way out to the right side. Over here, it's Adarian Rowell and Cam Roberson. Medina has some good protection, throws, and it could be, and it is not caught,
play.
Incomplete. Great defensive effort, no flag. And I'll tell you what, Cam Roberson is up and looking for something. No help at the goal line for that, incomplete. If you're a Renegade fan, you say absolutely flag. If you're a Saddleback fan, you say that's a great play.
Well, as a DB, I'm going to say great play. He definitely played contact, not the ball, but he was right on time.
Well, looky here. DeJager for a 41-yarder. We know he's got the big leg, but the Saddleback audience will get introduced to it right now. It's up, and it is...
Yes.
No good, wide right.
No.
Wide
right. Wow. Lost a little steam at the last second. Could have made it a 7-point game. 11:02 to play in the 3rd quarter. Renegades still up, but only 4. The Saddleback gets the ball.
This is the 2018 Patriotic Bowl. And this fantastic booth we're in, it does have its quirkiness. We have our own window. Diana has her window. The medicine man has his window. Sorry, buddy. His window. And Kenny Cooper has his. I used to be able to speak, but I can no longer.
Uh-oh.
How about this? Oh, a big, thundering, strong run right there. What a huge, huge run by Jerome Johnson. Goodness, from the 24-yard line.
Yeah, we gave up 7 more yards after contact trying to strip the football.
He charges to the 48, so a 24-yard booming run, and they give it right back to him again. He gets over midfield, and he's inside Renegade territory, so Coach McElroy is saying, enough of this pass stuff, we're going to the ground.
Yeah, and they were successful with that earlier as Jerome Johnson trots off the field, but they go back to that trips open pistol set, then you don't expect too much out of this set except for ISO or power.
2nd and 7 at the 49-yard line of the Renegades. Patterson hands the ball off, and it's the other running back, Jonathan Jefferson. He plows ahead for a first down just like that, 41-yard line. So 3 or 4 runs, and it chews up 40 yards.
And they're going up tempo too, trying to take advantage of a tired defensive line. We get some pressure.
The pass out here to the near side, it's caught.
Still on his feet.
He's still on his feet, and he's running to the 10. 12-yard line, so we thought he was down right here underneath us. The pass was complete out here to Brandon Reeves. We thought the play was over down here below us at the 40-yard line. No way. He gets all the way to the 13-yard line. I thought he stepped out of bounds is what I thought.
No, he tight-roped. And now they go those wide splits again, expect ISO, and they keep it.
Patterson keeps it. He's looking for some space.
Oh!
Makes a great move, and he might get to the end zone. No. Oh, he put a big move on James Thomas.
Huge move on James Thomas. Got 8 more yards out of the effort. We're getting a little extracurricular stuff out of number 26. Jonathan Jefferson snuck in a little cheap shot on Jalen Simpkins. If I'm number 26, I'm going to find somebody else to cheap shot.
First and goal from the 1. The snap, the handoff to Jefferson. Jefferson gets in, takes a big blow, but he gets in. Touchdown, Gauchos, and that did not take long. They went from the 24-yard line, and I believe 7 plays maximum, and got in. Touchdown, Saddleback. A quick reminder of how lethal they can be when they're doing it the right way. Woo.
Yeah, and they went right back to the ground. You know, they did a lot of spread passing offense in that second quarter. Kind of got them in trouble as they threw that interception to Harrington early. But way to respond.
Here's the PAT. It's up, it's through, and that makes it a 17-14 football game. We will take a break. Saddleback up here in the third quarter on Bakersfield.com. Back right after this.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College Athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
Welcome back. Gauchos go up 17-14. Huge change of events as the Renegades missed their field goal wide right. Gauchos get the football back and march down the field about 70 yards to take the lead, primarily on the ground, with a combination of Johnson and Jefferson. Now we got Shane Jones and Roberson back deep. Welcome all you guys listening on Kern News Talk 1180 and watching on Bakersfield.com.
Cam takes it at the goal line, so Roberson gets up to the 29, 30-yard line area, so a 30-yard return, and man, wouldn't we love to see Cam break one.
He was close. He was definitely close.
Once again, pleasure to have everybody with you tonight. I'm Vance Palm. I've got Kenny Calvin to my right, John Mettis to my left, our director, producer, Diana, doing what she does, bossing us around, making sure we get it right. Christian on camera, our special guest in the booth tonight, none other than North High legend, BC Renegade legend, Sacramento State Hornet legend, Kenny Cooper.
Track stars. 2 KCs in the booth.
Yeah, 2 Kennys, exactly what I need, 2 Kennys, as if I don't have enough with 1 Kenny.
12-minute formation. 5-yard penalty.
We got a legal formation penalty
against the Renegades, so we'll make it a 1st and 15. 9:04 to go in this third quarter. Nice football game here on a beautiful night in Orange County.
Definitely making things hard on ourselves.
Draw play to Isaiah Martin, and he just keeps grinding away, gets back up to the original line of scrimmage and then some, so it'll be a 2nd and 9. Well, I'm really excited to see Isaiah Martin just get so much action tonight. Again, if you're just getting with us, our superstar running back, Elijah Ortiz, not in the game tonight. So his final game as a Renegade was last Saturday night, College of the Canyons. So no Elijah, but we have Isaiah.
And now we got Medina, and he's
How
going
about
to that
this?
hitch route.
DeCarlos Frazier with a nice catch and gets up to the 37-yard line. It's going to be a 3rd and 2.
You know, this is a made-for-TV moment for Medina. You have a struggling year. You lose your job to a guy that just got off an airplane. You don't play 6 weeks. But here you are, an opportunity to win a bowl game and bring your team to success as they go into the holidays.
Great point, Kenny. And move the series to a 3-2 edge for the Renegades. 3rd and 2. This is a down that will tell us a lot right here. Gaucho's coming with everything. Medina fires a quick one. Ball's batted down at the line of scrimmage, incomplete.
Yeah, great job by the Gauchos defense.
Ugh.
You know, it's going to be a challenge and a test for these Renegades in the second half to not have the same kind of second half you had last week. And no matter how far it is in the past, being it's only six to 7 days, it's in the back of your mind as a player. We can't do the same thing we did last week and come out and play a bad second half of football.
So the superstar punter, Carson Olivas, will let one go. But this may be returnable. We'll see. Taken at the 24-yard line. Fantastic
Great
coverage by the
job.
Renegades. Great, great, great job by the Renegades. And the first one down there.
Figures.
Man, oh, man. Stephen Figures. How does Kenny know so quickly that it was Stephen Figures?
I love that 23, man. I'll never take my eyes off of it. That number changed my life.
Kenny be in the shopping mall, sees a 15-year-old with number 23 on. Hey, how you doing, 23? How you
What's
doing?
up, man? Give me some.
Yeah, how you doing, 23?
I do that. You know that, right? That's how well you know me.
Too much, too much. All right, 1st and 10.
Love you, VP.
7:42 in this 3rd quarter. Patterson takes the snap, looks to his left, throws down the far side, a big, high lobbing pass, and it is broken up out there.
Oh, no way!
No way. Fantastic defense by the Renegades, and nobody in red and white agrees with that call, and I mean nobody. That was a really well-played defensive effort out there, and that was a, oh boy.
And that was a late thrown flag. You threw the flag after the ball hit the ground 3 times. That usually means it wasn't necessarily needed to be thrown.
And here's the thing. That ball was a huge lobbing rainbow. Abdul Richards had all the time in the world to get under it, made a great play, and, of course, we're going to sound like we're homing it, but goodness, that looked like a good play from here. Pass interference, 1st and 10 for the Gauchos at their own 35-yard line. 7:36 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Patterson this time stays on the ground, gives it to Jefferson, and a flag on this play. Great defensive effort. No gain, but a flag after this as well. So,
and I'm thinking that's just a makeup call.
Yeah, maybe.
Nothing but a makeup call. 7:31 remaining to play. Renegades trailing 3 points as the Gauchos head north. To get backed up with that holding penalty, that's going to be a 10-yard penalty. It's making it 1st and 20.
John Mettis to my left, the Syracuse Orangemen today. Did they play in Yankee Stadium? How'd that go? Not too good? 1st and 20. A throw across the middle, and it is caught, and it's a big 1st down. They needed 20, and they got 22 yards, and it's connected out there with Austin Durico, and that's their superstar receiver. They needed 20, and they got 22. Kenny, how does that happen?
Well, it happens when you go 4 receivers and go 4 vertical against a 3-deep safety look.
1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line. Again, Patterson throws over here. This one's incomplete. And it goes through the hands of Yasir Berry.
If Fano Maui continues to run towards the receiver on the drop, there's a drop from a nickel cover to where you have to go hook to curl. He kind of stayed in the hook too long instead of extending to the curl. You go hook to curl, you make that pick, and you're trotting down the sideline with your name in the paper on Sunday.
Well, now it's 2nd and 10. Renegades look like they're bringing a bunch, but it's a run play, and it's a great effort by the Renegades. Mario Solario, one-handed job there, throws him down for maybe 1 yard, 2 yard gain, but finally get to see a little bit of Mario
Solario.
Big play by the linebacker. Love him.
He's one of my favorite Renegade players.
Cesar Chavez High School in Delano. Hey, here's a big play here, 3rd and 8. Patterson stands in the shotgun, 3 receivers to his right. Movement, we thought. Everybody saw it. Oh, goodness, no flag there. Patterson in trouble. He's going to have to get rid of it. Throws it over here to the near side. It's caught. It's going to have to be contained by the Renegades, and it is no first down, a loss of 2 yards.
Definitely was moving
and
before
great
the snap.
job by the Renegade defense. That's going to bring up 4th and long. Perfect job by the Renegades. Gauchos will have to punt.
Great job by the defense. We talked about them answering the call and responding to adversity. You give up the 1st and 20. They get 22 on that first down, and then you make them go 3 and out right after that. So great job.
Here's the punt. It's a wobbler. It's no good. It's out of bounds, and it bounces over by the cheerleaders. Not good. And now we have something happening over here. A lot of extra energy, and the flags start flying. Oh, doggone it. The Renegades get a wobbly, bad punt, but there's some action after it right out on the logo. Doggone it. Flags fly, and it might be the second guy that gets caught, which would be the Renegade.
Yeah, and that's going to be very heartbreaking if we get that football back well after the ball was on the 9th lane of the track.
I've got to step over to see it just here. The officials having a meeting here. A lot of times it's the second guy that gets caught, and if that's the case, the Renegade is going to get caught here. Let's listen in.
After the play, personal foul. Receiving team, number 8.
It should have been.
15-yard penalty. First down.
It's a dead ball foul, so it should be Renegades football.
First down who, my man?
It should be a dead ball foul because it happened way after the penalty or after the ball was dead. It didn't affect the result of the play.
Well, I'm used to the white hat saying first down.
Correction, that'll be on the kicking team, that personal foul.
Yes, that's exactly how it should have happened because what happened. I'm gonna go back and tell you what happened.
So just so we know, the penalty now is officially against Saddleback. So there was a ruckus in the middle of the field, and now there's all kinds of confusion. Kenny, what's going on?
Well, it seems like there's confusion again after we thought we had clarity.
Uh-oh.
So let's give it a second.
Correction, it was on
So now they're flipping it. The call just went 3 ways. What I saw was a hold on the inside and some extracurricular stuff by the Gauchos well after the ball was out of bounds. So they're going to be on defense. It's a dead ball foul. However, if you're going to call a personal foul that late, I think it should be on both guys. But when you're on the road, that rarely happens.
The public address announcer has been waiting at least 3 minutes in real time to make the announcement because it's not the most decisive call by the white hat. A little bit of indecision. And
I just want to make sure we keep talking so we don't get a text from Roger Fessler back at the American General Media offices saying that we need to keep that air filled, guys.
Dr. Fessler, I'll fill up the air when I know what to talk about. Right now we're waiting for the call. We were waiting for the call. So hey, it's Renegade football. 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Basically, there was a fight in the middle of the field, and they've got it straightened out now. Isaiah Martin runs through the tackles. A ball's on the ground, fumble. And no indication that it's anything but the Renegades football.
Wow.
And Isaiah picked up his own fumble, thank goodness. Handed to the ref and said, hey, what's all the fuss? Here it is. Big, strong 4-yard run for Isaiah.
Trips, open set. And I like Hartsfield's role in this set as a blocker. He does a great job from that H-back position.
2nd and 6, a quick pass out to the right side. Can we get something out of it? A nice run after the catch, and it was Adarius Rowell that made that catch, so nice.
MVP, I just got to – it's our last half of football. We've called Adarian Rowell about 10 different names this season.
3rd and 1. Medina, they go right up the middle with it. It's Isaiah Martin. Can't be stopped. 5-yard gain, first down. Well, that's strong running right there. That Garces Ram is doing some work tonight.
Doing some work, and so is that offensive line. Joshua Ubeda and Brown brothers as well on the right side of that line, continuing to move bodies. You know, the big guys don't get enough credit. They definitely had a fantastic season on the ground from a run blocking perspective.
4:05 to go in the third quarter. 1st and 10. Renegades at the 48-yard line. Isaiah Martin continues to pound. This time he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, we got a punch.
Uh-oh, somebody might be in some big, big trouble now, and I believe it's going to be Gunnar McLaughlin. Gunnar McLaughlin threw a punch, and he just jogged off the field. He knew. Head coach having a word with him, not happy at all. Flags fly everywhere.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense, number 52. Number 52 has been disqualified from the contest.
Get him out of here.
Well, unfortunate. Last football game of the season, and he is getting spoken to by his coach. High school is Sarah. Gunnar McLaughlin, 5'11", 225 freshman. And we saw today in the UCLA-USC game, one of the big fellas from UCLA threw a massive swinging punch at USC player, did not get ejected. I saw that and I said, goodness. But this one was very reminiscent of that. A huge right swinging elbow, and Kenny, he's gone.
Yeah, he wound up on that one. Usually you try to sneak it in, a little quick inside punch. He swung the Mike Tyson haymaker.
And Kenny, that's costly, very costly. If you're a Saddleback fan, all of a sudden, and Coach McElroy wants an explanation, but I'm not sure what the explanation would be.
I'm not sure what you can be asking for, but let's go ahead and give him time to do that. While he's doing that, let's talk about how well this offense is performing without their number one superstar running back, Elisha Ortiz. Offensive line definitely stepping up to the plate. But how about Medina's ability to command an offense that he hasn't had the keys to? It's just like getting the reins to a horse that you haven't had a chance to ride, watching Irby move this offense around for the last few weeks.
So they are now basically having to escort Gunnar McLaughlin off of the playing surface, and he has to leave the field. Wow, disappointing for that young man, I'm sure.
Walk of shame.
Yep. Okay, 1st and 10 for the Renegades. Back to the action. 3:56 remains in this third quarter. There's a lot of football left here, everybody. A lot of football.
Yeah, we're going to go to that double H-back set right now. With a tight slot. We got
Medina,
play action.
Play action. Wants to go long. Throws it into the end zone. Can it be caught? And it is intercepted. Oh, what a play. What a play. Intercepted by Tyler Noble out of Tustin. And, oh, they're saying incomplete.
Oh.
They're saying incomplete. This Saddleback crowd thinks it's intercepted. I thought it was intercepted.
I definitely thought it was. I couldn't see the ball.
Yeah, just for our listening audience, so you know, there's these loudspeakers. There's a pole and loudspeakers that are right in the way of our view. And when the ball came down, it came down exactly behind those speakers. So I couldn't tell whether it was caught or intercepted. Those speakers were in the way, but it's incomplete. Isaiah Martin on a handoff to the right side. Oh, gosh, another late hit, and that's going to be another penalty. This one will be on Curtis Jackson. He came in late and just delivered a blow.
Unit.
I mean, what's the reason? Why do it? The play's over. And Curtis Jackson came in and just hammered one of the Renegades.
And you're winning the football game.
You're up by 3 at home with 3.5 to go. Now he's going to come to the sideline. And the Renegades pick up another huge first down. And Coach McElroy's pleading with the officials. My man, I have to tell you, it's your guys.
You know, we talk about this once a week usually, character in the face of adversity. Not everybody has the ability to make good decisions in adversity, but however, they're winning the football game and making mistakes.
Goodness, 1st and 10 Renegades will take it. Medina has 2 backs with him back there now. Gives it to Martin. Martin right between the tackles, still on his feet, and bowls up to the 10-yard line. What a big run for Isaiah Martin.
And VP, I will tell you, every play it's getting chippy because that offensive line is continuing to move around as we have one down right now.
We'll take a short break here on Bakersfield.com.
It's hard to think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Growth starts small, from a seed or an idea or a plan for your future. And with the right tools, the right guidance, things start to happen. At Rabobank, we know about growth because we provide banking for communities grounded in agriculture, helping people like you and communities like ours thrive with the right banking solutions. It's why at Rabobank, we roll up our sleeves to go to work for you. We're Rabobank. Let's talk.
Okay, we didn't get a – welcome back, guys. We didn't get a number on that Renegade who went down. But, however, it's going to be a 2nd and about 4 after the 6-yard carry by Martin. And the Renegades are coming out in that shotgun pro spread set with Medina at the helm.
Medina takes the snap, hands it to Martin again. Isaiah Martin doing all the heavy work. Look at this, the big fella still on his feet. Isaiah Martin gets down to the – oh, that's Furlow. Furlow on the carry, so it was the Foothill Trojan.
2:41 remained in the play in the third quarter. Renegades threatening to score with a 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal from the 3. Furlow and Martin. Medina this time hands it off to Isaiah Martin, I think,
Touchdown.
is the end. Everybody's saying touchdown except for the line judge.
He definitely got that ball across.
He's short by a football. So that'll bring up 2nd and goal from the half-yard line.
You know, being that we have the great director, Diana, I feel like we should have the technology to do instant replay.
Or to have a camera go through a speaker, like infrared, so you can go through it. All right, the ball's just inside the near hash. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 1-foot line. Medina right behind center. He might try to take it in himself. Does he get in?
Touchdown.
That's a touchdown, Renegades. Boom, Josh Medina.
Way to respond for the Renegades, but it was all because of that powerful, ever so dominant offensive line.
Kenny, it's the offensive line for the Renegades, and it's some really bad decision-making by some of these Gaucho players that decided to take out their aggression after the whistle and some cheap shots, and boy, did that cost them.
You know, bonehead plays, you can't give a hungry team opportunities. We're definitely hungry. The Renegades go up 20-17, waiting on Dieger.
Dieger to make it possibly a 4-point difference here with 1:42 remaining. And this campus is just, as Dieger boots it into the trees, flags fly. This campus is just right on top of I-5. It's just maybe less than a quarter of a mile from I-5, so that Thanksgiving traffic just rolling right by.
Renegades backed up 5 yards on his PAT.
Dieger now will have a 25-yarder. This golden foot of his, what a season he's had. And that's up and that's through. Let's take an opportunity for our advertisers and our corporate partners to jump in here. Renegades up 21-17. We'll be back right after this on Bakersfield.com. News Talk 1180 KERN.
Buying a pre-owned vehicle from an online company can be risky, especially if the vehicle is not seen in person before the purchase. At Three-Way Chevrolet, we want you to search and compare the inventory on our website, but then come in to the dealership and test drive our vehicles. Let us take the risk out of your buying experience. Buy from the dealer you trust, and when you step up to certified pre-owned, confidence comes standard. A 172-point inspection and reconditioning along with 2 factory-backed limited warranties and roadside assistance add up to a value you can depend on, and a vehicle you can trust from Three-Way Chevrolet, your hometown dealership.
Welcome back. Renegades go up 21-17 with 1:42 to play in the third quarter. Kicking it back to the Gauchos. Defense doing a great job getting the ball back to the offense. Offense taking advantage of some poor decision-making by the Gauchos and personal fouls.
Ball's taken at the 10-yard line. And could turn into a nice return down the far side up against the Renegade sidelines. Finally knocked out of bounds at the 29-yard line. So with 1.5 left here in this third quarter, 21-17, the Renegades up 4. This has been a really, really good football game to call, to watch, to be a part of. And we still have another quarter to go, our last quarter of the 2018 season, Kenny. Time flies when you're having fun, buddy.
Time flies when you're having fun. Last quarter of the season, last quarter of 2018. Interesting year for the Renegade football team, but great to see them get it together to have that 3-game winning streak that put us in a position for postseason play.
3 receivers spread out down here to the right side of the line of scrimmage. They want to throw. He has a man open. He floats it up there, and it is going to be caught. The defender fell down. It's going to be a touchdown, Saddleback. First play from the line of scrimmage. Abdil Richards lost his footing, and that's all it took for the super talented Austin Dorico to sprint down the far side. Touchdown, Saddleback.
It's one of the things we talked about in pregame. Abdil Richards had been the targeted man in the secondary.
He slipped.
And he slipped. It happens to the best of them. You know, and that guy can fly. Dorico definitely can fly. So, you know, great catch, great ball.
Patterson puts a high arc on his ball. He spins it way up there. And this is a big PAT here. Ooh, man, it's low, but it goes through. And it makes it a 3-point margin, 24-21, a one-pass strike down the far side. And just like that, Saddleback is up again.
Well,
and look at Coach McElroy is still on these officials. He is still on these officials. Doesn't like what he sees. Thought something happened after the PAT. So one of the storylines, Kenny, going into this fourth quarter coming up is going to be just how officious this game may become.
Well, hey, at least we're going to get our funds worth, you know, as far as our broadcast dollars are concerned, because it looks like this was going to go down to the wire.
What a great football game.
21-24, Renegades trailing by 3. If you went to the restroom for 20 seconds and you're thinking that I'm saying something wrong because we were just up, you're not mistaken. One play, one score.
Renegade land is hoping Cam Roberson or Shane Jones can take one to the house. Saddleback wants to pin him deep.
And you always want to be aware as a front line.
Here comes the kickoff. This will be Shane Jones taking it at the 10.
We have a wedge.
Jones out of bounds at the 25-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Renegades. And as we suspected, after every big hit, after every big tackle, after every big play, now people have a few things to say to each other. Oh, yeah? You think so? Okay. What about this? All right. I'll talk to you next series. So the officials are going to have a fourth quarter to remember as well.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see which quarterback comes out because we rotated quarterbacks that first half.
And Medina's played the entire third quarter. Left side of the line of scrimmage, he has DeCarlos Frazier way up on top on the right side. He's got some other guys. Doesn't matter. He just hands the ball off to Isaiah Martin. And the Renegades trail by 3, 24-21, 1 minute and 5 seconds and counting left here in the third quarter. That offensive line has done a fantastic job. As Christian zooms in on that big offensive line for the Renegades, doing a nice job. 2nd and 10. Medina rolls to his right, looks, wants to throw to his right, almost picked off twice. Almost picked off twice. It was batted down, it's incomplete, but that was a dangerous pass, and had it been intercepted, it would have been devastating for the Renegades because it would have been about the 35-yard line, but
yes, and that was into traffic. You have a situation where you have an underneath cover guy that keeps dropping and gets into the lane.
big crowd here tonight. Great festive atmosphere at Saddleback.
Giving the fans their money's worth. Shotgun, double set, Renegades.
3rd and 10, Medina drops back, straight back, fires a long bomb down the side. It's Cam Roberson, and Roberson makes the catch. Roberson absolutely was being glued by Colton Larcavell. Larcavell was all over him, and Cam Roberson comes down with it. One of the fastest track athletes in the state of California, but he was being gloved by Colton Larcavell, but that's just sheer talent. Oh,
that was sheer talent and sheer effort and drive and passion, because Cam knows this may be his last opportunity.
Medina in the air, I think it was 50 yards in the air. May be wrong. The medicine man will let me know. But I'll tell you what, he slung it like he was from deep center field all the way to home plate. That was a big-time spin. 1st and 10. Renegades have it now at the Saddleback 25. They give it to Martin. Martin stretches it out to the right side, gets pushed out of bounds. No, they say he stayed in bounds at about the 20-yard line. Man, what a catch.
Yeah, 50 yards in the air exactly, VP, on that pass. But how about the effort by Cam to go up at the highest point when he's being covered very well by that defensive back?
And that'll do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. Don't go anywhere. There's no other games on anyway. This is the one you need to be watching. Renegades trail 21-24. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. Come back for an exciting 4th one on Bakersfield.com. Wow.
It's November, and the early bird gets the savings. Freeway Chevrolet has the early bird savings you're searching for without the holiday hassle. We're serving up savings on the 2018 Chevy Cruze, priced under $16,000. Who can pass up the 2018 Chevy Malibu for only $19,749? Gobble up over $12,000 in savings on a 2018 Silverado. Whichever one you choose them at Three-Way Chevrolet. Selection, savings, and service. Three-Way Chevrolet, your hometown dealership.
Growth starts small, from a seed or an idea or a plan for your future. And with the right tools, the right guidance, things start to happen. At Rabobank, we know about growth because we provide banking for communities grounded in agriculture, helping people like you and communities like ours thrive with the right banking solutions. It's why at Rabobank we roll up our sleeves to go to work for you. We're Rabobank. Let's talk.
It's hard to think about when.
Welcome back, everybody. Vance Palm here alongside Kenny Calvin, our director, producer, Diana to the right, Christian, our cameraman right below us, John Mettis from the California, and our special guest tonight, Kenny Cooper, former Renegade, joining us tonight in the booth. And what a game it has been. A lot of fun. The Renegades on a 2nd and 6 from the Saddleback 21 with a run play. Picked up maybe 2 yards, going to be 3rd and 5. DeJager, we know, has the leg to tie this thing up from where we're at. But the Renegades certainly would like to pick up this 1st down here. Medina has Isaiah Martin on his left. The play clock at 20. No real rush here. No need to rush. Hard count. Nobody jumped. The patience of that Saddleback defensive front. They want it bad. And they almost jumped, but they did not. So now the play clock's at 7. Medina has to snap it, and they do. Wants to throw. Fires to the far corner of the end zone. And it is batted away, incomplete. Great coverage out there by Sigun Olubai.
Going to be an interesting call right here with 4th and 7. And the Renegades are sending out the legger.
So the legger, DeJager, coined by none other than the Fury, our sports information director. How about this? To tie this game up, you can hear the crowd below us from Saddleback really starting to get into it. This will be a 37-yarder for Nathan DeJager, the Bakersfield Christian High School Eagle. The snap, the hold, it's up, and it is an absolute beauty. Yes. And that had another 25 yards on it. What a bang. We're tied up at 24. DeJager kicked that thing almost to the I-5. That was a big one.
Great to see him get back into his rhythm as he missed the earlier opportunity.
My man, I'm telling you, there was some anger in that kick.
You're absolutely right.
That was a big boot. So we're tied at 24. A whole quarter of football to go here. Goodness.
Way to answer back as the Renegades tied a football game up 24-24. Definitely a fourth quarter that you want. As a player, you want to be in a game that means something in the fourth quarter. You know, we got Antonio Arvin Garcia set the kick. He's been doing a great job all season, a 6-foot freshman out of Lamont by way of Arvin High School. Let's see if he can put this one into the end zone. Give our defense some good field position. As a defense, you want to be telling the rest of your teammates, hey, we need a turnover, 1 and out. Let's win this football game.
Ball's taken at the 2. Big play by that Renegade coverage team there. Kept them inside the 20. Nice job, so it'll be 1st and 10. Well, Kenny, 14 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter, and we're going to see what both these teams are all about. Now it's just to the point where they have so much invested in this game, and that's not like anybody's laid down, man. There's some investment now. What's going to happen?
Yeah, and that's what we talked about wanting to be in, being that we're not going to the playoffs. This is it, guys. There's no tomorrow, so what are you going to wait for? Leave it all out on the field. There's several players that are doing that on both sides of the football for both teams. However, if you're the Gauchos, you have to be disappointed being that you had the lead and gave up 30 yards of penalties a couple drives ago.
A run play, and Johnson with a strong,
goodness.
He's running over guys, and you can hear this Saddleback crowd. A big, big run. Jerome Johnson just running over Renegades.
Yeah, and they're feeling it, getting up. Ricky Ling, why? Getting up very slow. Jerome Johnson looking at the sideline like, give me the ball. And they have been doing that in this second half. Trips open set. Pistol formation.
Again, same guy, same play, and it's Johnson right between the hash marks up to about the 37-yard line. Wow.
And I'm going to tell you something. That play right there, there were a couple guys that were coming right back after him after he had that big run. Look forward to some big contact. They go right back to Johnson. Looks like he's about a yard shy. Right at the sticks.
So 13 minutes and counting. Johnson comes out, but all that means is Jonathan Jefferson's going to come back in.
Yeah, Jefferson and Johnson, they've been doing a great job on the ground. Saddleback offensive line seem like they're getting into a bit of a rhythm. We talked about our offensive line all game.
1st and 10, they give it to him. Patterson wants to throw, fires over here. Oh, goodness, for 1 second. A great play made on the ball by the receiver, and that was Austin DeRico. He felt the pressure coming in from the DB, so he stepped up into it. What a talented receiver he is. Austin DeRico out of El Toro High School. Woo.
Yeah, he's doing a great job making plays.
11-yard gain.
It looks like we got Sean Stevens in the game now.
Looked like some movement, no call. Patterson wants to go down the far side, and it is a push-off, but they give him the catch. Austin DeRico pushed off on Sean Stevens, but no call, and Sean Stevens, for some reason, clapping at him. Big first down for Saddleback, and it's going to be 1st and 10 at the Renegade 21-yard line. So for as much as the Renegades can do on offense, Saddleback can do it very quickly and gobble a bunch of yards up. They're going to give it to Jefferson right between the tackles. He gets to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, and if you're talking about 2 plays ago when Sean Stevens is clapping at 82, because you have a personal matchup going right now where Stevens has come in to back up his brother Abdil Richards, and now he's locked up one-on-one, telling him come with it.
2nd and 4. A pass out to the far side on the right side, and it's to Reed.
Woo!
Huge hit, and he gets absolutely hammered and leveled. Was that Harrington?
Oh, my goodness. That was Simpkins.
No, Justin Harrington.
Wow. Justin Harrington with the huge hit.
Boy, there's been
Simpkins.
There's been some big-time bull hits tonight.
I told you a few plays ago, look
That?
out.
3rd and 1. They give it to Jefferson, though. He's too quick. He's too fast. Touchdown.
Great job getting to the edge by Jefferson. And like we said, we got a battle on our hands. Saddleback comes right back and answers the call, taking that power play and bouncing it outside, getting to the edge for the, I want to say it was about a 7-yard scamper.
Jonathan Jefferson, the 5'9", 200-pound freshman from Citrus Hill High School. That is one tough kid to catch. He was gone. So here's the PAT. It is through, and it's good. So, Kenny, we have, with 11:20 remaining here in the 4th quarter, 31-24. What a football game. A fun, festive 2018 Patriotic Bowl, the California Community College Bowl Game Series Championship. And we were at Mission Viejo High School Stadium. A lot of very well-known, famous football players that come out of here. And Kenny Cooper was telling me, is this where Mark O'Mara went? Kenny, is this where Mark O'Mara came from?
Wow.
One of the golf legends of the Southern California area, British Open champion Mark O'Mara from Mission Viejo High School. I'm sure their Hall of Fame is pretty well stacked.
And I'm sure they get a good, as we look at their mascot, I'm sure they get a good booster dollar down here as well.
Yeah, they're not hurting. Okay, 11:20 remain in the 4th, 31-24. Deep again, Cam Roberson, Shane Jones. The long boot will be taken by Jones at the 2-yard line. Shane Jones looking for something. Shane Jones. And goes down at about the 19-yard line.
And I'm going to just say this, you know, for Jones plays a lot of offense. He doesn't get as much return opportunities. He doesn't have the explosiveness that Roberson has. He definitely has a potential that Roberson has, but not the explosiveness.
You almost want to see, like, as they're coming up to kick it, just switch real quick and just switch.
You know, they try their best. That's why they stay stacked. But once that ball's in the air, one guy got to call it. 1st and 10, Renegades, heading north.
Okay, Medina's played the entire second half. No rotation there. Hands the ball off to Isaiah Martin, and a couple of big hits there, and he laid out Tony Williams. Tony Williams, the DB out of Mission Viejo, he's feeling that one as well. And they gave Tony Williams the credit for that tackle, but no, he's the one that got ran over, actually. 6-yard gain by Isaiah Martin.
Yeah, and as Isaiah Martin gets up, he looks over at the sideline of the Gauchos and tells them, keep talking, I'm still coming.
I'm right at you. Medina has a quick word with Zach Hartsfield, tight end playing the slot. Medina wants to keep it himself, and that didn't work out. Thought he may sneak a first down out of it. Does not. Goes down at the line of scrimmage. They got him on the ankles, and that's going to remain 3rd and 3. Huge 3rd down right now.
But that's one of the things I liked about Medina. When he doesn't have something, he makes a decision quickly. You don't have it, tuck the football, get low, gain a yard instead of losing 5.
Okay, 3rd and 2 is the official call here. Everybody's coming at
offsides.
And Medina, he
fell down.
He was going to get the first down. Medina, bootleg keeper. He had the real estate. He was running towards us. He would have picked up the first down, and he lost his footing. He stumbled, and it's going to be a 4th down. Kenny, when you don't play on turf and it's not part of your routine on practice or game days, sometimes it can get you. He had that first down. He had the real estate he needed. He had the speed he needed, but lost his footing. Boy, that's a tough way to go into a 4th down. Fortunately, we have Carson Olivas. We haven't seen the super leg yet tonight that we're hoping for, but we need it right now. Olivas stands at his own 9-yard line. We need a big boot out of Carson.
And we get it.
We got it. Returnable, taking it to 34. Great job by the Renegade coverage, and a super job. That's Hartsfield going down to make a tackle at the 35-yard line, and it was caught at the 34. Great job, Zach. Oh, boy. 9-17. Saddleback up by 7, 31-24. And this is the final quarter of football for the 2018 season. It's been fun.
I want to talk about Zach Hartsfield for a minute because
Okay.
players like him don't get enough recognition.
There's a lot of them out there.
He's an H-back. He's a tight end. He primarily is an extension of our offensive line. Yet, he's the guy that makes the tackle on the fastest guy on the field on the punt return. That's outstanding effort by Zach Hartsfield.
Thank you, Kenny. Appreciate that. Renegades come at him. Patterson throws. It's caught out here. It's connected at the 40. Nice slick move. He's still on his feet inside Renegade territory. So Bama Smith out of Woodrow Wilson High School. He's getting up a little tenderly, but man, that one quick move bought him 7 more yards.
We've counted on our defense to rescue us from moments like this all season. Sometimes they have, sometimes they haven't. Let's see who really wants to continue to leave it out on the field.
Renegades coming at it. They go the other side, so some great calling there by head coach McElroy to keep them switching sides of the football field, but that's incomplete. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10, exactly 9 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter, and it's Saddleback up 31-24.
Yeah, and Saddleback definitely keeping us off balance. They've been using the run game primarily in the second half, and they come out 2 straight out routes, 2nd and 10.
Patterson keeps it, runs to the near side, and goes down at about the 41-yard line. Strong run, gain of about, let's see,
we got somebody down
as
well.
Got a Renegade down. And Alex Bolden down for a second. So one of our tough guys, always going to go back down again. He is down on his knee there. And Fred Smith.
You beat me to it.
Fred Smith jogs out to meet him. To our viewing and listening audience, Fred Smith this is his last football game as our trainer. 35 years. 35 years. When I played basketball and baseball there, he was already in his 10th year, I think, or 2nd year. Who knows? He's been here for a long, long time. He comes out to see Alex Bolden. So interesting and quite a poignant moment that his final football game for the Renegades will be down here at Mission Viejo. He has about 8 minutes and 45 seconds remaining of his last football game, and what a storied career. Fred Smith. 3rd and 4. Patterson drops straight back, throws over here, and it's going to be caught. And will it be a first down? Do they give him it? It was extremely close to the mark. Where will the ball go down? And they move the chains.
Wow.
First down, Gauchos.
Yeah, the offense just doing a good job mixing it up. You definitely don't know what to expect. They got 4 wide. You have to respect it and play nickel coverage. But then they run that ISO right behind it.
And this is going to be Jerome Johnson. So with 8:14 and counting, they're gobbling up the clock right now with yardage. And Mario Solario on that tackle, so it'll be 2nd and 5.
That clock is continuing to move right now as the Renegades. This is the point where you want to lock you up.
Oh, look out, look out. They got it to him. And that's going to be there's a flag on the play, though, and I think and the official can't, Mark McElroy is not going to agree with it, but it's a holding call. And the crowd below us is not going to like it either, that's for sure. But so the Renegades dodge one right there.
Yes, and that number 82, Austin DeRico, is putting on a show.
He is putting on a show.
Receiver's position.
Kenny Cooper looked over and said, that guy's good. He sure is. And quite the vociferous crowd right below us, not agreeing with the call whatsoever and letting the officials know from about 100 feet away. They didn't like it, but wow, that's a game saver for the Renegades.
Pretty blatant holding call, though.
7:45 to go. I had to switch over to the Metis window. I'm in the Metis window now so I can see. 2nd and 15. Scoot over, John.
We got a shotgun double set out of the pistol formation for the Gauchos, which has been pretty successful for them in the second half. 7:40 remaining to play in the fourth quarter.
Alex Bolden is being tended to by Fred Smith. Saddleback crowd still on these officials. 2nd and 15. Patterson sends Johnson in motion right below us, has him as a safety valve, but it's intended out there for Wyatt Harden. Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd and 15. So without sounding too melodramatic, this is about as big a third down as you're going to get tonight for the Renegades. With 7:39 remaining in the fourth quarter, it's 3rd and 15. So all eyes on Austin DeRico down here being guarded and covered by Abdil Richards.
Pistol formation, double set against a 40 even front. 2 deep safety look for the Renegades.
5 on the play clock. It's got to happen soon. 3, and they're going to have to call a timeout. They do with 7:39 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Renegades trail 31-24. We'll be back right after this on Bakersfield.com.
Kern Schools Federal Credit Union is here to be your lifelong financial partner. So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home, Kern Schools is here to help. And if you live in Kern County, then you can bank with us. See, we're local just like you, so what we accomplish together benefits our entire community. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
It's hard to think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Welcome back, everybody. 31-24 the score. 7:39 remains in the fourth quarter. My partner, Kenny Calvin, hunched over. Looks like a coach right now.
Always going to be Coach Cal.
Here we go. Ball is at the Renegade 43-yard line. Patterson takes the snap, looks straight, looks left. He's in trouble. A huge hit. Ball's out! Ball's out! And the ball is picked up by all people, Jerome Johnson, the most dangerous runner out there. But a huge sack, huge hit. Popped the ball out of Patterson's hands.
James Thomas.
And JT got him. And I think he had some help from the Simpkins. So 4th and 14. And they're going to punt it.
Yeah, we're going to go safe punt right now.
Cam Roberson stands at the 10-yard line. How'd you like to see him running back right now? Here comes the punt.
Oh, no.
And it could be a fantastic spot, and it is.
It looked like that person that touched that football
was in the end zone. He was in the end zone.
He
and
came
back
out of the end zone and came back in. That should be a touchback.
Well, there's a lot of things that happened on that play. First of all, Saddleback thought that their punter was rough, but the white hat and the back judge were on top of it, said no. But the punt was down at the 1-yard line. A questionable downing.
Well, yeah, I don't know if he was in long enough to be reestablished. Nonetheless, Renegades going to have to earn this one. 99 yards needed as we take the ball on the 1-yard line with 6:47 remaining to play.
How about this? A 99-yard drive. Medina has everybody coming at him. Wants to throw, fires one, and it is, where's the flag there? And
yes.
There it is. We got it. And that's a good call.
Holding him the whole time.
So Zach Hartsfield was sprinting down the middle of the football field, but there's a flag back here, too, in the end zone. So they're flagging the end zone. There's a flag at the 35-yard line. And I believe both of them are going to be on Saddleback.
Yeah, we may have roughing the passer on top of the PI.
Well, you knew they were going to come at Medina. They had 7 guys coming at Medina as fast as they could, and they were holding on to Hartsfield. So, no, the Saddleback crowd is not digging it. So, pass interference for sure. That penalty is declined because there's a roughing the passer call on Saddleback as well. So he gave us the specific description, coming in high with the forearm.
And this crowd is getting wild right now. 6:43 remaining to play. Hoping everybody listening on Kern News Talk 1180. You can't see what's happening, but you can listen to this crowd, and they're getting after it.
I'm going to poke my head out so I can catch some of the ambiance out there. Martin on the carry. Gets nothing. 6:35 and counting.
We're going to need the full playbook to take advantage of this drive. Like we said, we started at the 1 yard line. No holding back.
6:23 and counting. 31-24. 2nd and 10, no gain. Medina has Martin on his left hip. 10 on the play clock.
He just audible right now.
Sure did. Takes the snap. Medina drops back, wants to gun it, does. Throws it down the far sidelines. It's up for grabs, and it is Cam Roberson with the catch. Cam Roberson with a catch at the 40-yard line. His forward motion brought him to the 37-yard line. What a toss, what a catch by Cam Roberson. He goes off the sidelines hurt.
And he sacrificed his body on that catch, and that's going to be his shoulder, possibly a collarbone.
Oh my gosh. So Cam Roberson laid out, made the catch. What a toss by Medina again. Goodness gracious, another long bomb by the Renegades. 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line.
Hopefully he just knocked the wind out of himself and we can get him back out there.
Medina, again, play action. Fires this one down the near side. Throws it up to Shane Jones. Was it caught?
It's caught.
They say no, out of bounds. So Jones down here to the near sidelines at the 10-yard line. Made the catch, but they say he ran out of real estate. Shane Jones, not really the most demonstrative player anyway, so he didn't really make any type of argument, didn't put his hands up or say anything, really just jogged back. So how about Josh Medina just fleeing it, and he got hammered when he let go of that one.
I would have loved to see those feet.
2nd and 10, ball's at the 39-yard line to Saddleback. Medina, quick pass out here to Cooper. Cooper looking for some blocking, can't get it, and it's right down here below us, a gain of maybe 2 or 3 yards. So, as you say, assistant head coach Carl Dean opening up the playbook here, but now that's a 3rd and 7, 5:20 and counting here in the 4th quarter. The Renegades trail by a touchdown. They're inside Gaucho territory, and oh, man.
Yeah, we just subbed in LeBrevin Austin and Adarian Rao. Keep an eye on our 2 slot receivers. Those are the matchups that Medina will be looking for right now.
3rd and 6. Great blocking. Medina's on the run, though. He's going to the left side. He has to throw across his body. And was that a catch? If not, it's going to be an incomplete pass, and it's going to bring up a 4th and 6. And, wow, it looked like offsides to us. I'll tell you what, Saddleback came at him hard, and we thought they were – and if
we're going to be going for it.
If Medina pauses and waits a half a second, he's going to have 5 Gauchos past it. But here we go. 4th and 6. The Renegades going to go for it. How about a hard count here? Nobody jumps. Gauchos look like they're going to bring everybody. The ball is at the Saddleback 36-yard line. Medina has Isaiah Martin back there with them. Gauchos bring everybody. Medina gets rid of it quickly, and it's caught. Cam Roberson, what a catch. Oh, no, not Cam, sorry. LeBrevin Austin.
Huge throw and catch.
What a big first down to the 22-yard line. So Medina fires to Austin. For a minute, I thought Cam Roberson back in the game. I was like, wow. 1st and 10. Medina hands the ball to Isaiah Martin. Look at Isaiah Martin bust through the line. Isaiah Martin down to the 7-yard line. What a massive run. 1st and goal from the 7. And Isaiah Martin has had a whale of a football game tonight.
He actually took my constructive criticism and started running harder.
Timeout Gauchos. They want to stop the momentum right now. 4:32 left in the 4th quarter. 31-24. Renegades trying to get in to tie it up on Bakersfield.com. Back right after this.
All month long, you could pick your payment at Three-Way Chevrolet. $199, $299, or $399 a month with 0 down. With a great selection of pre-owned cars and trucks and the ability to pick the payment you want, we're making it easy to drive one home today. Pick your payment of $199, $299, or $399 a month with 0 down. Pick yours quick before they're gone. Pick your payment at Three-Way Chevrolet. Selection, savings, and service at Three-Way Chevrolet, your hometown dealership.
Welcome back. For all those listening on Kern News Talk 1180 and watching on Bakersfield.com, we promised you a show, and you are getting it. Renegades fighting back first and goal from the 8-yard line with 4:32 remaining to play. Medina getting the whole second half to himself, and he is showing improvement.
Wow. Okay, first and goal from the 8.
Got a little reset.
Marcus Furlow on the left hip, Isaiah Martin on the right hip of Medina. Medina. It's a reverse, and it's going to be Shane Jones. He fumbles the ball, picks the ball back up, and gets down, knocked down at the 10-yard line. A reverse to Shane Jones. He bobbled the ball, and the most fortuitous bounce conceivable. And a full sprint, it pops right back up in his hands, and he never missed stride.
Christian almost jinxed us.
Oh, goodness. So they went for the reverse, and Jones bobbled it, picked it back up. Now it's second and goal from the 10. You almost want Medina just to mess with the cadence and the timing just a little bit and get 5 the easy way. But now with the play clock at 7, everybody knows when it's going to get snapped. And it is. Medina fires. This one is caught, and it's at the 2-yard line.
Wow.
A nice pitch and catch out there, and it's caught by LeBravon Austin. And now here comes the big package in here.
Austin with 2 huge catches on this drive, putting Renegades in scoring position.
3:30 and counting here in the fourth quarter. The Renegades with a power set down low, trying to get in here. They hand the ball off to Isaiah Martin. Isaiah Martin gets in. Touchdown, Renegades. Boom.
Woo! How about Medina in that Renegade offense VP?
Woo!
Wow.
DeJager will come on.
Full house backfield, 2 fullbacks, 1 tailback.
Kenny, bowl game. Do we go for 2?
No.
Bowl game. Do we go for 2?
Well, nonetheless, we got DeJager out there. You got 3:19 to play.
I'm asking the Saddleback crowd now. I'm asking whoever's around. Answer me. Somebody answer me. No, DeJager. Boy, this is big, eh? They almost got it. It's up and it's good, but you hear the Saddleback crowd saying, ooh, it was almost blocked by the speedy Janye Roberts. He almost got that. We're tied up at 31 here in the final game of the season. If you're just getting to your listening device, your watching device, this is the 2018 Patriotic Bowl, California Community College. It's the Bowl Game Series Championships, and this is an absolute blast. This is the 50th year anniversary for Saddleback, and they have a major renovation going on their campus. And their football field, when it's finished, their facility will be the largest in the Southern California area. They're going to host a ton of CIF activities there. And it's going to be a big one. 3:19 remaining here in the fourth quarter. We're tied up at 31.
Woo! I know one thing. As a defensive player, this is when your hair is standing up on the back of your neck and you can't wait for that quarterback to come back out and drop back and pass.
Or on this kickoff right here. Somebody wants to jar this ball loose. Listen to this crowd.
Been some big hits as well.
What a great way to finish the season for both programs.
Great display of football by both teams. Been a little physical. A couple punches thrown, but great football team.
Here's the kickoff from Arvin. Antonio Garcia. He boots a deep one. It's a long one. It's a beauty. And we like it. It'll be 1st and 10.
How about that Renegade offense? 99-yard drive to tie the football game. How about that, Mr. Metis, Mr. Cooper?
A 99-yarder.
Miss Diana, you got to love it. Coop's asking to go for 2. I'm saying kick it, tie it up. 3 and out, 1 and out right now. Look at the leader, Jalen Simpkins, walking around. Look at him. That's why you love Jalen Simpkins. Looking at the sideline, telling them, I'm still here. Y'all thought we were done.
Oh.
We still got football to play, ladies and gentlemen.
That's
Renegade defense.
That's too much. Here we go, 1st and 10. Patterson, he's also had a really nice night. 3 receivers to his right side, but they stay on the ground, and it's a big hit.
Oh, you got to make that tackle.
And Jefferson thrown down to the 32-yard line by Mario Solario, and a 6-yard gain quickly.
Richards coming back in after Stevens had some snaps last drive. You have to speed your feet on a fast running back. You can't have dead feet.
2nd and 4, 6-yard gain. Under 3 to go here. They do it again. Jefferson again with the carry. And he gets about 2 yards more. It's going to bring up a 3rd and... Oh, they gave him the first down?
They've been giving them the first downs without measuring
they gave him
all
the first
night.
Down?
And I don't like that. I'm wondering why Coach Chudy isn't challenging these guys on some more of those close calls, because there's been about 3 of them.
Mark is that? 1st and 10. Flare out to the right side, and nice defense out there by the Renegades, but he's still on his feet. Oh, goodness. What a play from Brandon Reeves, the freshman out of San Clemente. About 7 yards after the catch, and it made a 9-yard gain, 2nd and 1.
I'm glad they walked that football back a whole yard, because they started to give them a very generous spot.
2 minutes exactly left in the football game, 31-31. Patterson throws across the middle. Oh! Almost picked off. Almost picked off. That was almost intercepted by L.J. Early. He jumped on it. He was on it, but a interception-saving horse collar by Austin DeRico, and Jalen Simpkins didn't like it, wanted to have a word with it, but Justin Harrington, the cool-headed calmness, said, hey, not now. Don't do it now. 3rd and 2. First down's going to get picked up on this pass play. They connect out there, and it's to Yasir Berry, a quick flare out there. So L.J. Early almost picked it and took it to the house.
Definitely did a great job running to the football early.
Oh, boy, the ball's at the 50-yard line, 1:47 remaining.
They got 1 timeout left.
Patterson hands it to Jefferson. Jefferson brought down. 3-yard gain, maybe. Great job by the Renegade defense. Hey, look at the effort out there by Devin Zinn. Devin Zinn, the Independence Falcon.
And as a Renegade, you want to stay on your feet. Trips open set, pistol formation.
2nd and 8. Patterson throws over here to the near side. It's caught. Nice job by the Renegade defense. And again, a nice tackle by Zinn. Jalen Simpkins came in to lower the boom, and he asked one of the Brown brothers, hey, pick me up here. I need some help.
Great job by Zinn recognizing screen and not continuing to get upfield. As an outside linebacker, it's a game. You have to be aware.
1 minute exactly left in the 4th, 31-31. Patterson has the ball in the 44-yard line of the Renegades. He takes the snap. He looks left, throws over here to Jefferson. Jefferson goes out of bounds at the 40. They could be setting up. Could be setting up for the long field goal attempt. 50 seconds.
Another amazing spot. And they get the first down again without measuring it. And that's what's baffling me right now.
How is that a first down spot?
The marker is right at the stick. Our coaches aren't asking for measurements. I am baffled by that.
1st and 10. Patterson drops back, looks left the entire time, throws it. It is missed. Dropped by the sure-handed Austin DeRico. He has caught everything thrown to him.
Oh, Renegade is down.
And we have a Renegade writhing in pain. Oh, no. You telling me it's Stephen Marks. He is down and he is anguished.
It was late in the play as well. He went to try to catch the ball after the tip.
Boy.
Freak twist.
It was not a contact hit, not a contact injury. So I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll step away, but before we do, let me remind you, 45 seconds left in the 4th quarter. We're tied at 31 down in Mission Viejo. We'll be back right after this.
Every day, the headlines ring out about another data breach or some new cyber threat. In today's high-tech business world, a lack of network and data security can cause catastrophic problems. The solution is so simple. Grapevine MSP Technology Services. Grapevine MSP is Bakersfield's leading provider of managed IT services. IT consulting, data backup, disaster recovery, cloud services, computer repair, and Mitel phone systems. Grapevine MSP has the fastest service response times in the Valley, and they understand that downtime costs your business money.
From the growers and winemakers to the tasting room staff, sales teams, and business owners, Wine is an iconic image of California. At Rabobank, we know that viticulture and enology are an important part of the Golden State's business climate. They're industries in which growing businesses require a financial partner who understands the unique challenges they face every day. As one of the world's largest lenders to the wine industry, Rabobank provides local expertise, access to a global financial network, exclusive research, and educational resources. We're committed to nurturing and investing in California's wine network. We are Rabobank, driven to do more for the people and communities we serve.
Welcome back, everybody. You hear some light applause, and that's at least better news than we had thought we were going to hear when Stephen Marks goes down, and he's being helped off by the aforementioned Fred Smith and his staff. So for Fred's final football game for the Renegades, he's had some key players to have to tend to. Cam Roberson and now LJ Early. But let's get back to the action. 45 seconds to go. We're tied at 31, 2nd and 10. And the strong-legged Matthew Freem, the left-footed kicker, may be called upon. We will see. Patterson drops back, throws to the left side. It's caught, and it's to the 30-yard line, still on his feet. And Simpkins went to shove him out of bounds, and he stayed inbounds.
Got to wrap up and tackle.
So with 39 seconds left,
they're right where they want to be.
Coach McElroy may be thinking 6. 1st and 10. Patterson looks back at Jefferson, whispers to him quickly, takes the snap, looks to his left, instantly throws, and it's caught. Solario makes the tackle, but he's inbounds. The clock will continue to tick. It was caught by Bama Smith, and it will be 2nd and 5 from the 19-yard line. It's on the near hash.
Any more yards?
20 seconds to go. Another complete pass out here, and that final timeout will be used with 15 seconds. The ball at the they marked it at the what?
3rd and final timeout.
He was hit and knocked down at the 19-yard line. It was really no gain on the play, and their ball is at the 15-yard line. Kenny, there is no way that receiver caught that ball in progress at the 15-yard line.
He
Not
definitely
even
didn't.
Close.
And he bobbled it. He actually probably got possession of the football
at about the
17. Between the 17 and the 18 is where he came down with the ball. And then we pushed him back to the 20. Gotta love the home cooking down here at Mission Viejo.
I'm completely flummoxed as to how that can happen. I have no explanation. We all saw it. The receiver never even made it to the 17-yard line. Like he was never even that far south. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, there's been some questionable spots all night long.
3rd and 2. The ball's at the 15-yard line.
What's interesting, though, if they run a play, they have to run their kicker out onto the field and get him set.
No timeouts left for Saddleback. No timeouts left. And with 15 seconds left, we're tied at 31. I can't imagine why there's no kick now. Oh, and for the first time ever, Patterson goes down and spikes the ball. And so now it is a 4th down. And the field goal unit will come on with 13 seconds.
13 seconds left. Got to get a hard rush off the edge.
That was peculiar. I have no idea why they wouldn't just kick it early, but
Those 2 seconds, man.
John Mettis. And here it is. Matthew Freem with a 32-yarder. The freshman from El Toro, everybody standing. And a timeout called by head coach Jeff Chudy.
Ice, baby.
Doon 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 doon.
All right, stop.
All right, 13 seconds remain. And this has been an absolutely stellar football game to call. How much fun can we have as a crew on our final game of the season? Come down to OC. 31-31. Nice football game. And Coach Chudy called one. I don't know how many more he'll burn, actually.
Well, you can't call 2 in a row. 31-31, 13 seconds left to play. Saddleback Gauchos, 4th and 2, lining up for the kick. Need to get some penetration if you're the Renegades.
Here we go. Again, Matthew Freem, left-footed freshman from right in this area. 32-yarder. The snap, though, and they no good
Another
again.
Snap and another timeout. So I guess we can call 2 timeouts in a row. Great job by Coach Chudy.
He called it the
Wow.
very, very last second. Razor thin timing by Coach Chudy. And for what it's worth, it went right through the upright. And for what it's worth, Matthew Freem hasn't missed many this year. And he looks like Chris Mortensen or Seabass.
I can't say my Seabass line. The famous line from Dumb and Dumber with Jim Carrey.
Okay,
However,
they come back out on the field, and Coach Chudy has one more.
let's see. I think he may save this one in case they miss it.
We're tied at 31. 4th down, and again, Matthew Freem is greeted by standing ovation on both sides. Maybe not ovation on the BC side. 32-yarder.
This is for the game, ladies and gentlemen.
And Coach Chudy calls his third one.
That's the first time I have ever seen a triple ice mocha.
Well, you got to think about it.
By
This is
the
the last
Renegades.
game of the season. Why would you want to take any timeouts into the next season, right? You know, they say, well, don't take them in the locker room. Don't take them into next season. Got to burn them.
Absolutely.
And he may be over there just saying, guys, it's been a great game. It's been a great year. Let's try to block this thing. Maybe he misses it. We go to OT, and we do what we do.
You definitely in the kicker's head by now, though. I will tell you that. All right, well, this will be the final attempt as we don't have any more timeouts left. 31-31 tie. It's 13 seconds to play.
Here we go. Here we go. And for the final time, it's Matthew Freem from 32 yards to win the 2018 Patriotic Bowl. Can the Renegades get in? Can they stop it? Can they get some penetration? Here's the snap. It's up, and it is, uh-oh. Ew, it went through. He got it. I thought for a second it was wide right. Wow. 9 seconds on the clock. 9 seconds on the clock. Game's not over. It went through. Saddleback elated. Crowd elated. Still 9 seconds left. 34-31.
9 seconds left. A lot can happen.
I'll tell you this, Kenny. It wasn't as through the middle as the other ones were. That was a little bit to the right. And for 1 second, I thought that thing was hooked to the right. So with 9 seconds to go, special teams for the Renegades will gather on their sidelines. Special teams for Saddleback will gather on their sidelines. There are a plethora of opportunities. John, thanks, buddy, for everything this year. The medicine man
Right
heading
here,
down.
Metis. I'll see you in our Renegade report in 2 weeks.
So John Metis making his way down to the sidelines, wants to talk to Coach Chudy. That'll be a great interview. It's been a great game.
Fantastic game. Couldn't ask for more out of both teams.
How about this? Cam Roberson, pads back on. Pads are back on. He and Shane Jones back there. And
We got our hands team out there right now because it's very likely to get a squib as well. But
with 9 seconds,
if we can get a good return.
Or they can knock it. It depends on what they do. If they can knock it down, have a Hail Mary. Let's see. What do they choose to do? They go long with it, and it is inbounds. So it's going to be taken by Roberson at the 5-yard line. Cam Roberson looking for some room. Roberson cuts back up. He's brought down to the 20-yard line with 2 seconds remaining. 2 seconds remaining. And he was snagged at the 30, and he had that Cam Roberson look, didn't he?
Yes, he did. And one tackle away from making it very interesting was Cam Roberson. But, hey, we got 2 seconds left. Let's see what kind of miracle we can come out with.
Fun game.
Definitely a fun game. Couldn't ask for a better result, but winning. But definitely a great game for the fans and for us as a broadcast team. I know we're getting close to the end. I want to thank everybody that gives me opportunity to be in this seat along next to Vance Palm.
Here we go. Medina will take the snap, and he fires one over here, and that's going to do it. The ball bounces out. Quick pass, incomplete, and that will do it. The game is over, and Saddleback wins 34-31. And what a fun game that was to call. Disappointing as a Renegade fan, but boy, they put up a great fight. We'll take a short break and come back with our final close of the season, and we'll hand out our Tony's Pizza Red Shield Award. Saddleback wins the Patriotic Bowl 34-31. Back right after this.
It's November, and the early bird gets the savings. Freeway Chevrolet has the early bird savings you're searching for without the holiday hassle. We're serving up savings on the 2018 Chevy Cruze, priced under $16,000. Who can pass up the 2018 Chevy Malibu for only $19,749? Gobble up over $12,000 in savings on a 2018 Silverado. Whichever one you choose, choose them at Freeway Chevrolet. Selection, savings, and service. Freeway Chevrolet, your hometown dealership.
Growth starts small, from a seed or an idea or a plan for your future. And with the right tools, the right guidance, things start to happen. At Rabobank, we know about growth because we provide banking for communities grounded in agriculture, helping people like you and communities like ours thrive with the right banking solutions. It's why at Rabobank we roll up our sleeves to go to work for you. We're Rabobank. Let's talk.
It's hard to think about winter.
And welcome back. This is our last post-game show of the season. Kenny Calvin and Vance Palm here at the Patriotic Bowl with Saddleback winning 34-31. You know, at the end of a season like this, you know, so much roller coaster rides throughout the season from the quarterback's position. I'll definitely lead off by saying great output by Medina getting the opportunity to perform tonight.
You know, Kenny, the public address announcer and the representative from Saddleback down the field just asked for a big round of applause for both teams, and couldn't agree more. It was a really superb football game, very well played by both teams. Both coaches did a great job in adapting to what they had to do to get this win. So we see the Renegades on the sideline, on the football field, as well as the Gauchos. So I thought it was a great football game. Before we get into our Red Shield Tony's Pizza Player of the Game Award, I want to thank a bunch of people. First of all, let's start with our president, Sonia Christian. She's an extremely ardent fan of all of her student athletes, loves our coverage. Thank you to our president. Thanks to our athletic director, Sandy Taylor, our sports information director, Brandon the Fury Yuri, Keith Ford. Also, thank you, Keith. Appreciate all that you do for us. Everyone at Memorial Stadium, it makes our home game such a special event. Thank you. And to our crew at the radio station American General Media for News Talk 1180 KERN 96.1 FM, everybody back there, thank you. To our game crew and traveling crew for TBC, Diana, thank you. Christian, thank you. Everybody that makes this possible, we certainly appreciate it. To my main dude, Kenny Calvin, how much more fun can we have? Next year is going to be a blast. We keep building for it. You've got your Renegade report. You're so ingrained in Bakersfield College. Looking forward to that.
Absolutely.
Thank you, buddy. Well, we didn't have time to talk about the Tony's Pizza Red Shield Award. There's a lot of players that did some great things. I love what Medina did. He stepped up, had a great game. If I had to choose, if I had to make my choice, I would say Isaiah Martin, because we put the ball in his hands tonight with maybe not a lot of warning, if you will, but to say, hey, you're going to be our guy to go to. So here's what I think I might do. You can battle me if you want. I may have to give out 2 Red Shields tonight.
I think that's a great idea.
To Medina and Isaiah Martin. What do you think?
Great combination, because how else do you stay in a game like this without your number one weapon in Elisha Ortiz? You have to have a combination of some different guys step up, and 2 guys that haven't been featured guys over the past 5 weeks.
Isaiah Martin, Josh Medina are co-Red Shield winners from Tony's Pizza. Congratulations to them. On behalf of everybody at Bakersfield College, American General Media, the Bakersfield Californian, for Kenny, I'm Vance. I hope you enjoyed this great season. We will see you soon. I personally will see you next Tuesday night. Volleyball up at the Gil Bishop Sports Center. It's going to be a great night. So, hey, have a great Thanksgiving, everybody. If you're out on the roads, be careful, and God bless. Good night.
Good night.